Citi FM. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life. Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective. Express yourself.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Come and lift those hands. All my worship belongs to you. All my worship belongs to you. I have searched the world and found there is no one like you, God. You are Jesus. There is no other name like Jesus, Lamb of God. Ooh,
Unleashing the power of relevant. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Come on, somebody raise it. Say, all of my worship belongs. Say, I have searched the world and found. There's nobody. There is no one like you. There is no one. Like Jesus, Lamb of God, name above every name. Heaven and earth proclaim your Jesus. Hey, Lamb of God. Now come on, somebody worship him in this place.
surrender it all to him.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
God of creation, all things were made through Jesus. Born of a virgin, promise fulfilled in Jesus. Suffering servant, oh, the blood of Jesus. Say resurrection and life. Death has died in Jesus. Hey, come on, let's raise it. Say word of the Father. Yahweh revealed in Jesus. Hey, Son of Man. Lion and Lamb. You are. Head of the sun.
Phil Thompson and Victor Thompson. Of course, this one, Jesus, the Lamb of God. This is 97.3 Citi FM. The Citi Breakfast Show is airborne from our studios here in Adabraka. It says, if it had not been for the Lord who was on our side, let Israel now say. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they would have swallowed us up alive. When their anger was kindled against us, then the waters would have overwhelmed us. The stream would have gone over our soul. Then the swollen waters would have gone over our soul. Yes, my favorite part. It says, blessed be the Lord, who has not given us as prey to their teeth. Our soul has escaped as a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we have escaped.
Listen. There is no
It says, our help is in the name of the Lord who made the heaven and the earth. What a beautiful psalm. Psalm 125. It's just 8 verses.
You are Jesus, yeah.
It says, blessed be God who has not given us as prey to their teeth. Our soul has escaped as a bird from the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we have escaped. What a beautiful testimony. What a great prayer. What a fantastic reminder of the faithfulness of God. Our help is in the name of the Lord. It's just a message to motivate you for the morning. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will direct your path. Now the help of God comes in many ways. Sometimes it comes in provision. Sometimes it comes in protection. Other times in promotion. Oh yes. So God's help is not only in providing, but He also protects and He promotes. It's a threefold blessing of the Lord. It's my prayer for you this morning, brought to you by Access Bank. Here's a chance to win big in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kasia promo. With only 250 cedis in your existing or new account, you can win a share of 500,000 cedis in cash and other amazing rewards like PS5s, iPhone 16, Chromebooks, and so much more. Promo is on from now till September in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Call 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking. It's a Thursday morning. We're starting off with the newspaper review, or shall I say the news review. That's from now till 6:55ish. Business news comes your way at 7 o'clock. Sports news at 1/4 the hour. The next segment is brought to you by Pifa Beverages. Enjoy the classic cola taste, the perfect cocktail, and also a juicy treat called the grapefruit drink. And they have many flavors in this beautiful beverage. Call 0550-032231 for a taste that you will love, your customers will love, your family will love as well. This segment is also brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Trust the journey and understand that we are with you every step of the way. Every goal deserves the chance to flourish, and with hard work and dedication, the seed of greatness is within reach. You need the right partner to get things done. Fidelity Bank, we're here for your journey. Believe with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji. It could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesiye promo. Madam. Fabeji. It could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner. Fabeji. As a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji. It's the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesiye promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account, and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The power of relevant radio. This is Citi
6:35, we're just pumping up the morning, making the day more meaningful with the power of radio. It's an interactive platform. You can reach us on WhatsApp 054-998-6996, and we're airborne. I just like to say that since yesterday I've received, I don't know, maybe 25 people sending me the same video of a man. I spoke to you about this video, right? The bus stop boys guy complaining about people dealing with scrap metal. The problem is I don't really know who to direct this to beyond coming on air to point it out. I'm not sure, because the scrap metal being stolen is, I mean, different kinds. So like some on the roads, the highways. So like the drains covering, they remove them. Some on like these, I don't know, call it like the
concrete slab. They've
concrete,
the concrete, so and they are literally removing the iron rods and bolts and nuts.
And then some on street lights. So I'm not sure whose job. I don't know whether it's
that's the roads ministry. I mean, in terms of the infrastructure that we're talking about, is the roads ministry. If we talk about security, the Ministry of Interior would have to do something about it.
And then of course, the local
national security has a role to play.
So you're talking about the roads ministry and their agencies, because what they will typically say is that if the road is an urban road and the DUR, if it's a highway, then Ghana Highway Authority and that kind of thing.
And then the other leg of it is where they allegedly sell it to these big companies and they melt it. So the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Industry.
So who regulates the sale of scrap metal in Ghana?
Well, I don't know about regulation. What I do know about is that is.
If they have a problem, who would they go to? Those who sell scrap metal.
Are they even recognized in the true sense of the word?
Well, once you are doing business, you are so I suspect it's means of trade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That once the industrial space is engaged by reason of where they take their materials to sell, and so you need interagency collaboration to be able to deal with the kinds of thievery we are talking about.
And it's very clear that most problems we talk about on this program, it's that type of interagency collaboration that's missing. So whether it's street children who come and beg in a systematic way, or people stealing stuff, there seems to be lack of clarity on who should bail the cat. Hopefully we'll find that out this morning. Let's get into the headlines.
But before you go though, I think there are two issues that I want to raise this morning.
All right.
I hope that we find some time to talk about. The first one has to do with the US's interests. They intend to impose a 5% tax on remittances that are leaving the jurisdiction, which is to mean that we in Ghana, in Africa, will be hit badly because many of our compatriots there, what they do is to work hard and send money home so they can build something here. 5% tax will mean a lot for many of them. And what would it mean for our own currencies?
Now that they are getting to manage project too, they want to take it.
Exactly. The second one is what's happening in the UK. The UK, for some reason, is under pressure to deal with illegal migration and migration generally because some people feel that...
Are they not the same people who came to say we should come and work and plenty people went to do nursing?
I am telling you. So now, even the care thing, they are stopping it.
They are doing what?
They are stopping it. So
why are they stopping care?
They say they don't need us anymore. So that one is going.
They couch it in nice language.
Exactly.
They are stopping it like how?
The government policy now is to eliminate it. They are no longer going to be...
As in foreigners being brought in to do care.
Yes.
But would it affect those who are already there doing it?
So that's the next catch. So for now, previously you need to stay in the UK for at least 5 years in order to get permanent residency, right? If you use any of these routes. What's happening now is that they say they are extending it to 10 years.
Before you can do care?
Before you can actually even qualify to say you want to be a permanent resident in the UK.
So it's only permanent residents who can do care?
No, well, you can. No, not necessarily. You can.
So they are changing the immigration things, and it's going to affect a lot of our people.
A lot of our people.
But that was interesting is that the Minister of Foreign Affairs is happily saying that Germany has a lot of jobs for Ghanaians. So what I'll say is that a lot of these things are not permanent. So depending on the government in office, of course, Germany is not as volatile as the UK, but still, generally speaking, when the local politics doesn't favor European or American politicians, they will change
the script,
and then it will affect you. So you also should have an alternative way, an alternative plan. So thank you for raising those two issues: remittances and then work abroad. But let's deal with our own problems at home.
Yes, with our own problems, illegal miners block Brim River, lives, communities in danger. Timothy Nyangba is writing for Daily Graphic this morning. And presidency resolves Samit Jamfi's faux pas. Prices of goods to drop within 60 days. Trade Minister assures BOG Governor calls for continental coordination in financial sector. And on the back page, big one, thieves vandalize Achimota of Fanko Highway.
The Chronicle, Samit Jamfi off the hook. President accepts his public apologies. Here on the front page. Also on the front page this morning, Ashanti police declare war on criminals and Mohammed's baptism of fire as GPRTU, other unions threaten to strike on Monday. Something here that says Ken's bodyguard donates incubator to Efia Nkwanta Hospital.
Daily Guide, gold smuggling crackdown, 3 deported, 3 to stand trial. Agrada dollar gift, Mahama Claire's Samit Jamfi and drug lord arrested at Abu Abu. Other stories here.
Let me take you to the Daily Post. Committee probing Chief Justice removal petitions to begin hearings today. Also, Samit Jamfi rise the storm as presidency says it is okay with his apology. Gold Board and National Security bars foreigners attempting to smuggle gold, and we are told that they are sending them back home without prosecution.
I don't know whether that has become the issue.
It is a bogus policy that must annoy everybody.
Because if you are Ghanaian, you go and do something in those countries, do you think they'll just deport you?
Can you imagine that?
You will be rotting in some prison. Let's get into the Observer.
So the Observer says apology accepted, but go and sin no more. Presidency to Samit Jamfi. Media budget review to strengthen confidence, tackle debt obligations. Ampem Nyako is speaking. Ghana pays twice for the same job. Why the SML deal must stop. Benjamin Insia is writing an NPA to sanction non-compliant OMCs. Aduji Tamaklo.
The Inquisitor celebrating 5 years of integrity. SML unveils unique plans. New revenue assurance for mining upstream oil segment. Charlie,
no, there's a reaction in the graphic where GRA is clarifying what SML does. So we need to take those stories in concept.
In the round.
Yes, because everybody has a different angle to it. So
it looks like the thing. People have interest.
Everything people have interest. So what we are saying is that you can read the Inquisitor version, but one of the pages of the graphic has GRA's clarification of what SML does, and I think it's important to read them in concert.
Okay, and then also Ghana open for new oil investment. President Mahama talking still in La Côte d'Ivoire, and then the story about the arrest of those foreign nationals who are doing galamsey or something in Ghana.
The NFT this morning, COPEC flags mammoth losses in upstream sector. Says we produce 100,000 barrels but reports 60,000. BOG's DPI project to shape Africa's future payments blueprint, and SSA Central Bank targets lower remittances costs. That's here. FABAG President calls for targeted policy to support export, agribusiness, etc., etc.
You know the story that Larry Dogwe has been running on his front page for quite some time now. It's found its way into the Daybreak newspaper. Ghana Armed Forces to probe 70 armored vehicles purchase. Opompepra, Amwama, Andor, and others to testify. Also, NPP bans internal campaigns. And then Nick Dansoeje receives Lifetime Africa Achievement Prize.
Now, let me give you an update on what you said. So, the segment of the law. So, as in lawmakers in the US have introduced a bill seeking to impose a 5% excise tax on remittances sent abroad. A move that could significantly impact immigrant communities. Under the new proposal, verified US citizens would be exempt from the tax. And allowed to claim it as credit. So if the person sending you the money is a verified US citizen, no problem.
Yes.
There is hereby imposed on any remittance transfer a tax equal to 5% of the amount of such transfer, the bill states. Second issue, the legislation further clarifies that the tax will be paid by the sender and remitted quarterly to the Secretary of the Treasury. However, it excludes remittances sent through a qualified transfer provider by verified US senders. So I think there are two catches here. If the person sending the money has a citizenship, there's no tax. And number two, I think I get a point when you say it will affect us, but they will pay.
Yeah, but
so if he's sending you $1,000 equivalent, he just has to make sure that he pays 5% of that to the
That's punitive.
Which limits his disposable income. That
I get you, but initially, it's not as if we are going to sort of it will.
They will.
But it will still affect how much we get.
Yes.
Just like e-levy.
Like some e-levy.
No, they should just pay it.
America for e-levy.
No, just like e-levy, and we complain.
Let me give you some headlines online. Committee probing petition against suspended CJ begins hearings today. This is citynewsroom.com. Guta President calls for urgent VAT reform to help reduce business costs. Assault on firefighters would lead to prosecution. Muntaka is warning.
Okay.
And then Citi gains are driven by multiple factors, not just gold. This is Dr. Etuya Hene. And then there's a whole lot of things. Now, CAT International says 60-day price adjustment window is unfair to consumers. Don't forget that after the Minister of Trade met the businesses, they said they need 60 days for us to start feeling the effect. Meanwhile, Caleb, you like this one?
Yes.
Ashaiman Nafenya Road gets facelift.
Yay!
But engineers warn against speeding.
Okay.
The journalist has written overspeeding. I've checked. There's nothing like overspeeding. Speeding is actually the offense.
Speeding or inappropriate speeding.
So online editor, please correct it. Akando pledges to fix faulty elevator at Kolebu.
Okay.
All those on citynewsroom.com. Channel 1 news this morning. CJ removal plot alarming and reckless. This is according to Efia MP. Also, Mohammed's decision to pardon Sami Jemfi justifiable according to Edem Senanu. Fabak says City appreciation is impressive. Government is doing something right. Okay. And then a few more stories. Apology is not remedy for breach of Foreign Exchange Act. Kabiru MP for Wale Wale is complaining about Sami Jemfi. Meanwhile, hawkers fear livelihood loss as drivers demand eviction from Accra walkways. Following our discussion yesterday, we went to the streets of Accra and the hawkers say if you move them, they won't have food to eat.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so and as I said, we are hopeful prices will change within 60 days. Fabak is saying. Meanwhile, Channel 1 to host Agri-Fair to showcase Ghana's agricultural potential. That's also on Channel 1 News indeed.
Yes.
Now, if you go to myjoyonline.com, no more over-the-counter dollar withdrawals. I don't go. I'll pursue this later in the morning.
Okay.
He says that if you have a dollar account, they won't give you the dollar over the counter again.
I see.
It's a serious matter.
So right now the dollar we should share should be the ones we have in our homes already.
So if you need the dollar, so I think we'll get if you need a dollar to make a payment, you may be able to do as an internal banking transaction. But to go and collect dollar and put it in your pocket, Adongo says never again.
Oh, so we go for now we can go for it or we
no.
So now he stopped.
Right away.
I'll read it for you. Meanwhile, he also says we haven't arrested the Citi.
So if the people send with the dollars from US, where do we collect it?
If you can prove where you got it from, you pay it. What do you mean? Where do you collect it?
So the remittances from my account in New York.
I think you have to receive it at the prevailing exchange rate. Because we spend CDs in Ghana.
Right.
Okay.
So if somebody sends you $1,000, you will get 12,500 CDs.
Okay, so I won't get
Or
dollars.
they can pay it into your dollar account.
Okay.
So that if you need to use dollars to make a transaction, then you transfer that. But you cannot go and collect dollar and put it in your pocket and be smelling it and sharing it to people.
I see. Has that always been the law? It was just recently introduced.
I think the BOG tried to implement that from last administration. So I think they are just enforcing the rule. I stand to be corrected. I'll get that clarification for you. And then last one, GRE dismisses claim of SML mandate expansion, which is why. Let's start with Galamsey.
Yes, Bernard, illegal miners have blocked the Brim River. Lives and communities are in danger. Timothy Nyangbe writes that illegal miners operating around Kede in the eastern region have blocked the flow of the Brim River, leaving the river heavily polluted and residents in surrounding communities at risk of a major disaster. Apart from truncating the course of the Brim River, a major drinking water source, the illegal miners continue to leave behind gullies, some of them very close to the houses of the communities. The situation has left the entire Adankrano, a farming community near Kade in the Kwaibibre municipality, in a state of fear and panic that flood waters could inundate the area during downpours. They have therefore sent a distress call to the government and other duty bearers to help stop the illegal mining activity and avert disaster. The chief of Adankrano, Nana Osaberima Saponkumankuma II, told the Daily Graphic that the Galamsey scourge was posing a security threat to communities and the nation and was also devastating livelihoods.
Okay, let me add a further footnote. So if you go to the Inquisitor, yesterday we received a statement from the police service regarding their fight against illegal mining, and page 3 of the Inquisitor has that story: fight against illegal mining, 99 excavators retrieved, some 208 suspects so far arrested.
That was from yesterday, actually.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying.
So you are just giving us a repetition.
Oh, we didn't read it.
I did.
I did. Oh, I see. Okay.
What I want to add though is
I just want to tell you about this to them quickly. Then, if we can move
because
on.
I remember I mentioned this yesterday. It was on the, it was on our website.
Oh, I see.
So even though it was not in the newspaper, it was on our website.
So let me take you to the gold board one then.
Yes, and then I'll add DVLA says if you don't register your excavator in 2 weeks, you will lose it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, gold board and national security bars foreigners attempting to smuggle gold.
Correct.
Now, the gold board and national security has apprehended. They have, not has, apprehended. Have apprehended a number of foreign nationals attempting to smuggle kilograms of gold out of the country this afternoon. Yesterday. Are you not editing the story? Now, this forms part of the crackdown on illegal gold exports, which has intensified in recent weeks. Now, information reaching Joy News, so they tell the story from Joy News, from highly placed sources indicates that several foreign nationals were arrested while trying to smuggle a substantial quantity of gold out of the country. Now, the operation was a joint effort between the Ghana Gold Board and national security operatives. It goes on to provide some.
Why were they deported? Why didn't they prosecute them?
That's the government policy.
So it's
the
not
very
just
thing they
Galamsey.
criticize in opposition, they are doing the very thing that.
So the guy has smuggled gold.
Plenty of them.
And you know, the gold board was brought in to stop this.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Meanwhile, the DVLA has issued a 2-week ultimatum to all owners and operators of excavators to register their machines starting May 14, that's yesterday, or risk having them seized. The directive forms part of efforts to clamp down on illegal mining, commonly known as Galamsey. The registration requirement applies to all categories of excavators, including those owned by individuals, dealers, and mining concessions. Speaking to journalists yesterday, DVLA CEO Julius Nikwe Kote emphasized that the move is aimed at curbing the illegal use of earth-moving equipment in forest reserves and water bodies. Scarlett.
Yes. Prices of goods to drop within 60 days, Trade Minister is assuring. Beatrice Lai is writing for Graphic on page 13. Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry Elizabeth Ofosu Ajari has given an assurance that the recent appreciation of the Ghana cedi against the US dollar will lead to a noticeable reduction in the prices of goods and services within the next 60 days. Now, addressing the issue during a meeting with the leadership of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, and the Association of Ghana Industries in Accra yesterday, the minister explained that the discussions with major importers had yielded positive commitments. She said the direct importers had agreed to reduce wholesale prices to retailers once older stock were cleared to allow prices to fully reflect the current exchange rate.
Okay, so let me take you to the story surrounding the gold.
Let me just deal with the CD quickly.
All right.
Then you will come to the Sami Jemfi story. So the interview that I was referring to, we haven't arrested the city, we are massaging it. Adongo says, and then he also says that no more over-the-counter dollar withdrawals. Right now, Bank of Ghana board member Isaac Adongo has announced plans to intensify restrictions on over-the-counter US dollar withdrawals from financial institutions as part of efforts to curb cedi depreciation. Now, okay, so this, I think I'm corrected now. While existing regulations permit limited counter withdrawals with justification, the central bank will soon enforce a near blanket prohibition with minimal exceptions. Thank you. In an interview, I'm told it's an upcoming interview on PM Express, the Bolgatanga Central MP explained, if you put dollars in the bank account, it's okay. We are happy with that. You can only get dollars if indeed you are going to use them for a dollar denominated transaction. He stressed, the central bank's role includes regulating the use of our legal tender. When you request dollars, we will provide cedis instead. Adongo expressed confidence that the measure will positively impact exchange rates, coinciding with cedi's recent recognition as the world's best performing. Now, there's a reaction from the Bankers Association. We haven't received any directive to halt over-the-counter withdrawals. So, still on the same website, the GAB, which is the Association of Bankers, has clarified that banks have not yet received any directive officially from the BOG to suspend over-the-counter foreign currency withdrawals. This statement comes in response to what I just read. John Ewua said he can, on authorities, say that as a community of banks, we do not have any directive that bars over-the-counter withdrawals of USD or any foreign currency. So we will wait to see what happens and we'll pursue this.
Okay, so talking about US dollars, there are two stories I want to bring to your attention, all involving probes and one coming to a close. So the first one concerns Sami Jemfi, who we are told is now off the hook because the president says so. Now, Jennifer Ambule, writing for the Chronicle, says the president, John Dramani Mahama, has officially put an end to the controversy surrounding Sami Jemfi following public outrage over a video that showed the acting CEO of the Ghana Gold Board allegedly offering dollar bail or their notes to evangelist Patricia Siedua Esiama, popularly known as Nana Agrada. Now, in an interview with an Accra-based radio station, the presidential spokesperson Felix Kwasi Ofosu said the president confirmed that he personally reached out to Mr. Sami Jemfi to seek clarity on the matter. There's a quote here that says the president called him and asked about what happened. He also accepted the apology and asked him to be careful. Kwasi Ofosu disclosed. Now, the president emphasized the need for discretion among public officials and stressed that preventive caution was more effective than punitive action. So take that. And then also, let's move to the other dollar story. The other one has to do with the Chief Justice, who we're told is facing...
Is it a dollar story?
Oh yeah, the claim that
okay.
Dollars to travel outside.
The way you read, I thought it was money related.
It's all dollars. So that story is in the Daily Post newspaper. Basically, the presidency issued a statement yesterday announcing that the probe will start.
All right, let's do the SML story. If you go to the Inquisitor, they are unveiling unique plans, but GRA is also clarifying that they have not expanded the mandate of SML. So I think that's very important to put in context.
Okay, so you want me to take that story?
Just some highlights.
Okay, so basically, you know that SML came to light when they were doing some work for the
GRA, Revenue Assurance,
and then they came under fire, calls for termination of the contract. The president investigated it, and it was a damning one. Well, we are told that they are doing something new. Now, SML unveils unique plans. The story says Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited is marking 5 years of operations in the petroleum downstream sector with an expansion of its revenue assurance mandate into Ghana's upstream petroleum and solid mineral sectors, building on a track record of digitizing fuel audits and plugging revenue leakages in the downstream petroleum industry. Now, the company, which began in 2018 under a subcontract from the Ghana Revenue Authority, has helped close significant gaps in taxable petroleum product volumes.
Yeah, you are going too long. So basically, the story is claiming that I know there's no time. They had a sort of an expanded mandate.
Yes.
Now the GR released a statement yesterday, 14th May, describing the report published in some online portals and print outlets, including the BNFT, as inaccurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
The GRA has noted with concern reports claiming that SML has unveiled an expansion of its revenue assurance oversight to cover Ghana's upstream petroleum and solid mineral sector. The authority clarified that it has not approved any such expansion and that SML remains suspended from its operations. GRA wishes to clarify that the authority's suspension of SML services in the upstream sector for petroleum and minerals, pending further review issued in April 2024, remains in force, it said.
Okay.
So that just brings clarity to the matter. Finally, two quick stories on roads. So first, hawkers fear livelihood loss as drivers demand eviction from Accra walkways. This is a story we pushed yesterday.
Yeah.
One of the hawkers who sells along pedestrian walkways in Accra's Tudu area shared the frustrations that if she's moved, she won't have food for her children, etc., etc., etc. And then we are also told that the road linking Afienya to Ashaiman has received some facelift.
Wonderful.
And drivers are being warned against speeding. We'll stop here and continue later.
The chain homes area, no? You know, there's a turn, you know, the runabout. You know? If you are banking right?
But yeah,
they have done some new road there.
So the runabout was too big.
Okay.
It was causing too much traffic for those coming from Bema Camp. So they reduced the runabout and created a route to the tertiary
right.
area. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw it. Very nice.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out there your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out there your side. And when you dream, no say I never you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I never you. If I believe I did your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I did your side, fidelity.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. And what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it the protector. better. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Yo, Anna. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel. Say Excellium. Choose Excellium. Choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City Business News with the returning Lila Telate back from the Africa CEO conference in Abidjan. Welcome back.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Hello there. Good morning. Welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News. The bulletin is proudly brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Goyle. I am Ni Lati. Coming up, Ghana's 2025 remittances at risk as US considers 37% tax on outbound transfers. Also, Bank of Ghana pushes for common standards to drive inclusive finance across Africa. And later, Food and Beverages Association of Ghana blames increasing goods prices on corruption and excessive fees. Many thanks indeed for joining us. To the details now. Ghanaians who receive remittances from the United States may see the value of their transfers reduced as U.S. lawmakers consider a new tax on outbound remittances. A Republican-led House committee has proposed a 5% levy on money sent abroad, a move likely to impact immigrant countries, including Ghanaians. Though the legislation doesn't list specific countries, U.S. immigration data also shows Ghana featured prominently in 2024 deportation and inadmissibility reports, raising concerns it could be targeted. Also, U.S. citizens would be largely exempt. The measure could shrink inflows to Ghana, where remittances exceeded $4.6 billion in 2023. Analysts, however, warn the tax could limit household income, push some senders to informal channels, and dampen economic resilience in developing nations that depend heavily on diaspora support. Away from that, and the Bank of Ghana has reaffirmed its commitment to building a more inclusive financial ecosystem by championing regulatory harmonization across the continent. According to Head of FinTech and Innovation at the Central Bank, Kwame Opong, aligning regulatory frameworks is essential to achieving meaningful financial and digital inclusion, particularly in Africa's fast-evolving digital economy. Addressing the media on the sidelines of the 3i Africa Policy Forum here in Accra, Kwame Opong stressed that standardized regulations will be crucial to unlocking the full potential of cross-border digital payment, fintech innovation, and financial services for underserved populations.
Regulatory harmonization has been recognized as one of the key pillars and prerequisites to achieving many of the policy objectives that we have, not just as Bank of Ghana, but across the African continent. Regulators have come to terms with the fact that the nature of the development on the global scene, as well as here in Africa, requires that we collaborate. And that collaboration is already happening. Reference was made to our partnership and collaboration with the Rwanda Central Bank, for instance, where we're exploring licensed passporting, as well as cross-border payments. And in fact, Ghana is leading in mobilizing, together with Rwanda, an initiative with GFTN and PAPS, an initiative to bring central banks together so we can test and learn how we actually achieve things like cross-border payments, so that MSMEs and individuals on the continent can actually send and receive money among themselves. So those issues will no longer be a barrier, and we can actually ultimately achieve our goals of AFTA, which is seeking to also bring development to not just the country level, but individuals and small businesses in our respective countries.
That's Kwame Opong, Head of FinTech and Innovation, Bank of Ghana. Meanwhile, Deputy Director of the African Department at the International Monetary Fund also urged African policymakers to accelerate the development of digital infrastructure to deepen regional trade integration and build a more connected and resilient continental economy.
Creative solutions, including private-public partnerships, are needed to continue to make further progress in digital infrastructure development. And this infrastructure is crucially needed for further advances in digitalization. Only half of the population in sub-Saharan Africa has access to electricity, and it's essential to increase electricity access. The internet penetration is estimated at about 33% in sub-Saharan Africa, and again here, more progress is needed.
Vitaly Kravchenko is the Deputy Director of the African Department at the International Monetary Fund, IMF. The second edition of the 3i Africa Policy Forum was held under the theme One Africa, One Market, Driving Innovation, Investment and Impact for a Connected Future. Moving on, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituahene is attributing the Citi's recent performance against major trading currencies to several factors beyond the country's gold exports. According to Dr. Ituahene, foreign remittances and rising gold prices are among the key drivers supporting the local currency's appreciation. Speaking on Channel 1 TV's Current Affairs program, The Point of View, Dr. Ituahene cautioned against attributing the Citi's performance solely to gold exports, stressing the need for a broader perspective.
The currency is not strengthened because it is only gold. Let me tell you on record, remittances has been revamped in this country. People talk and they forgot it. Remittances this year, I'm telling you that we'll be hitting close to 5 billion. Last year, according to the governor who left, we almost did about 6-point-something billion. If all these remittances are coming in and the gold is bumping up, and don't forget cocoa, it will shock you to know that a year ago, cocoa was being sold at 4,825. Today, go to the spot market. We're talking about 8,000. And the research that somebody has done, I pick it from Bloomberg. Ghana, with all our problems, up to April, we have done about close to 150,000 tons of cocoa.
Banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituahene there. Meanwhile, the executive chairman of the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, John Awuni, has identified corruption and high charges imposed by regulatory authorities as key factors influencing the prices of goods.
What also informs pricing in this country is corruption. Because whatever money a politician extorts from you is added to the consumer. If you come and then say, I'm going to give you permits and this and this, and then so I need a kickback, I'm going to give you a quota to do this and whatever cost I pay to you, it will be added. And this is fact. The regulatory authorities, they also come in with unbearable charges, fees. And that is something at the blind side of costing. So, well, if FDA come out with something, Standards Authority come out with something, EPA comes out with something, and those regulatory authorities, they can just carry a fees reviews at the blind side of people and send it to Parliament.
John Awuni is executive chairman of the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana. Well, a good time to go onto the currency board, and the dollar could be sold to you at 13 cedis 50 pesos. The euro is going for 15 cedis 50 pesos, and the British pound at 17 cedis 50 pesos. Remember, these are the rates being offered at some forex bureaus within the capital. Now, civil society organization Action Aid Ghana is calling on the government to implement stronger policies aimed at curbing illicit financial flows. The organization argues that addressing this issue is critical to mobilizing domestic resources, boosting investor confidence, and enhancing economic development. According to Action Aid Ghana, plugging revenue leakages through illicit financial activities could free up funds for investment in key sectors such as infrastructure, education, and healthcare. Country Director of Action Aid Ghana, John Nkwao, has been speaking to the media on the sidelines of the National Civil Society Dialogue and Mobilization on Financing for Development.
The more and more our taxes are piled to pay debts, the more and more social infrastructure loses out. So, for example, we talk about new schools, we are talking about new hospitals, we are talking about providing water sources for women in the rural places where they can spend less time to go and fetch water. Government need to embark on progressive taxation in a way that will ensure that the rich who can pay more. so that government can pay for the gender responsive public services we are talking about. There's also the need for government to map up concrete mechanisms to address illicit financial flows, which sees a lot of Ghana's resources being plundered out of the country. In that way, government will be ensuring that a lot more investment will go into, if you like, food crop agriculture.
John Inko is Country Director of Action Aid Ghana. And that's it for the breakfast edition of City Business News. It was brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Gwel. For more stories, visit citynewsroom.com/business. I'm Nila Tilate. Have a good business day.
Charlie, where are you? Boss man, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Hey, so as for you, every day you are just pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma.
Eh?
The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go. Everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Fourteen after 7, just gone by, was the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Brought to you by EcoBank, MTN. Every day people face different emergencies. Save this number as your new money emergency number, *770#. Yes, *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number. With this, you can get instant access to loans, fund transfer, utility payments, airtime, data purchase, and so much more, even without data. So there is no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. *770# when you dial it, all your solutions to your money emergencies are with you. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. And Thursdays are now extra special at MTN. Yes, your Thursday just got more exciting because from now on you get a nice 25% bonus on your first data bundle purchase of the day when you bundle on my MTN app or use *138#. This and every Thursday on MTN. MTN is saying that's not enough for a lovely customer like you, so they are offering a free extra movie ticket when you pay with Momo at the Silverbird Cinemas at the Accra and West Hills malls. For those of you wonderful people in the Great Garden City, Kumasi, you get free tickets at the Golden Cinemas in the Kumasi Mall. If you ask me, I think your movie dates are sorted from now on. Now, this is what I call a sweet deal. So set your reminders, bundle on my MTN or star 138 hash and make the best of your 25% first data bundle discount, and visit cinemas, use Momo and get your free extra movie tickets on MTN's Hello Thursday. Hello Thursday. Let's talk about the Lesheho Don't Call Me campaign. It's come to you because you deserve financial peace. Life comes with financial challenges, but with Lesheho, you don't have to face them alone. From now until June 30, 2025, we've reduced our interest rates just for you. Whether it's education, rent, or unexpected expenses, we've got the right loan to meet your needs. Simply WhatsApp or call Nana on 02700 4799. 02700 4733. Let's make life easier together. Act now before the offer ends. T's and C's apply. Let's share home. Let's improve life. And when it comes to water storage tanks, the name you all know is Polytank. It's been with us for over 30 years and has been trusted by all these generations. So make no mistakes. Always choose Polytank for guaranteed quality. It's available at the same price across the country at Polytank partner shops, be it Rambo, Hippo, Sumo, Super Sumo. Durability is always assured. Polytank is the original, always the best. Papano Ankasa. Caution is that Polytank does not request for Momo payment online. Polytank, Lesheho, and the Shell Helix Ultra 0 W20 SP. Happy to be associated with Kickoff. Coming your way shortly. Premium understands premium. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0 W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed from natural gas using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Shell Pure Plus technology prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle. Up to 50% more than the industry standard, gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra 0 W20 SP, made for premium. It's a very interactive show. 0549-986-996 is the number on WhatsApp. You can share any observations you've made that is concerning that we need to amplify. We're happy to highlight them. 0549-986-996. And if you have some dedications, as we've seen here, good morning CBS. Kindly wish Alan Abena Efia Dramina Jehu of Richard School a glorious 13th birthday. God bless you abundantly from Daddy, Dr. and Mrs. Dramina, and your big sister Evan Efua Dramina Jehu.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Services, innovative financial solution. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life. Papa no no ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more.
There are some classy celebrations that calls for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra SP020 made for premium. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Jumping into kickoff with Edwin Kwalkovi. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Caleb, and straight into the bulletin, and we kick off with the Ghana under 20 side, the Black Satellite, who are reeling from the loss in the World Cup. And we start off with a tournament which brings together all 16 West African nations, including Nigeria, Senegal, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, and host nation Ghana, and what promises to be a major youth football showcase. Of course, we're talking about the under 20 tournaments, which will be held in the country, Ghana. Minister for Sports and Recreation Kofi Adams says the current Black Satellite squad has the potential to qualify for their upcoming Under 23 World Cup. This comes after Ghana's Under 20 team failed to progress beyond the quarter-finals at the Under 20 AFCON, missing out on a place at the Under 20 World Cup. Despite the disappointment, the minister remains confident, and he believes that with the right additions and support, the core level of the current team can evolve into a stronger unit at the Under 23 level.
20 team yesterday painfully exited from the African Championship at the quarter-final stage. That team is really a very good team, and I believe that it is the team that, when you keep it with few additions, they will grow to become the under 23 that will be participating in the Olympics competition, to be hosted again by, I think, United States of America. And when that time comes, I believe football and many other sports will do us some good.
That was Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams, who was speaking on Ghana hosting the first ever Under 20 WAFU A&B Boys Cup from June the 15th to June the 30th, following a successful CAF African Schools Championship. Now, the Spintex Nice co-founder, Dr. Eric Opoku-Antwi, says this season's Accra Basketball League is the most competitive in recent years, with the Knights chasing a third straight title. He noted that improved intensity and quality across teams have made the game tougher, even for the reigning champions.
The level of competition, everybody comes to play against us with their best. And over a long period of time, I think for the 6 games we've played, I believe every team came in and they put in their best effort to play against us. And yeah, the competition, we welcome it, and the competition is higher this season.
That was the co-founder of Spintex Knights Basketball Club, Dr. Eric Opoku-Antwi. Now to Europe, where Manchester United defender Diogo Dalot says he hopes he can recover in time to play in the Europa League final. But Ruben Amorim, United boss, says he doesn't want to risk the player for tomorrow's game against Chelsea before the final. And he was also asked whether he felt a place in the Champions League or the trophy is the bigger motivation for you winning the Europa League final. Let's hear from Ruben Amorim.
Jeremy. Ruben, what would be more important to you personally, winning a trophy or getting this club into the Champions League?
Personally, for me, I think Champions League is more important for everything to prepare the next season, and we are supposed to be in Champions League, and Europa League here is not enough, and you have that feeling here. So this is the best way to help us to get in the top in a few years is Champions League. Is not the title, is not the cup. So for me, Champions League is more important.
That was Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim. In Spain, Jacobo Ramon's 95th minute winner for Real Madrid against Real Mallorca forced Barcelona to wait another day at least for the La Liga title. Hansi Flick's side were seconds away from being confirmed as champions without playing, only for Madrid to score with practically the last kick of the game at the Bernabeu. Barcelona will need a point at rivals Espanyol on Thursday to wrap up the title. Kylian Mbappe scored Madrid's other goal in the 2-1 win to Italy, where Bologna edged out AC Milan to win the Coppa Italia, their first major trophy since 1974. Dan Ndoye scored the only goal in Rome's Stadio Olimpico, securing Bologna's place in next season's Europa League, while Milan, who have not won the Italian Cup since 2003, remain uncertain of a European place. In Turkey, Victor Osimhen bagged a brace as Galatasaray saw Trabzonspor 3-0 in the Turkish Cup final. In the NBA playoffs, Julius Randle scored 29 points to send the Minnesota Timberwolves to the Western Conference final for the second straight year with a 121-110 victory over the Golden State Warriors in Game 5. In the East, Derek White had 34 points, including 7 3-pointers to lead the Boston Celtics to a 127-102 Game 5 win over the New York Knicks on Wednesday that kept them alive in the Eastern Conference semi-finals. After the game, Jaylen Brown said it would be a mistake to count the Celtics out.
I can only speak for myself. I'm not sure about the rest of the guys, but what I will say is I appreciate the fans that showed up tonight. You know, it was a great atmosphere. It was loud, you know, and I know it's easy to kind of write things off. Obviously, unfortunate what happened to JT, but we still got basketball to be played. You know, I believe in this group, so, you know, don't count us out just yet.
That was Jaylen Brown speaking after the Celtics made it 3-2 in the Eastern Conference semi-finals. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. Kickoff is powered by Shell. Shell Go Well, Zonda GH, Politangana, and Leshehu. Let's improve life. I am Edwin Kwakufi. The City Breakfast Show continues.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Girls, leave me and let me do my thing. I'm tired of everyone chasing the same old. Awesome intelligence is the new magic. Get your Samsung Galaxy A56, A36, or A26 5G. eSIM included. This trip, school go big as I pull out my awesome intelligence. Pictures, videos, slow-mo, filters will be awesome. That's the new Galaxy experience. So let me do my thing. Let me be different, unique, and most of all, awesome with my new Samsung A series. Grab your new awesome Galaxy A56, A36, or A26 5G. Level up your game with the new awesome.
Price starting at 4,199 cedis. Terms and conditions apply.
In every Ghanaian home, there's a trunk. Not just of GTP fabrics, but also stories and tradition passed on from mother to daughter to help her discover herself, to shape her dreams and hopes, to usher her into becoming a woman wrapped in purpose. Celebrate every woman's journey of growth into womanhood with the new GTP Mother's Day collection, now available at all accredited dealers nationwide, the GTP retail store in Osu, and online at shop.gtpfashion.com. Verify authenticity by matching the code on the edge of the fabric with the code on the label. GTP, life styled.
Hey there, all Enterprise customers. We are rewarding all of you just for standing by us all this while. Simply keep doing the things you've always done with us, like renewing policies, making purchases, and more. The twist though, you have to do them on our self-service portal via web or the Enterprise Advantage app. Once you log into the portal, access Advantage Points and do any of the transactions you're allowed to do there in order to earn points. The more you transact, the more points you earn. The points you earn can be used to redeem loads of airtime, Momo, and other rewards. It's that simple. Just visit the portal, log in, and enjoy. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Enterprise Advantage Points, because nothing you do should be pointless.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Visit West Africa's largest and longest running mining and power exhibition and conference, WAMPEX. It's happening from the 28th to the 30th of May 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center and the Grand Arena. This is your opportunity to engage with over 5,000 participants, including industry professionals from across the region. Don't miss out. Register now and be part of the future of mining and power in West Africa at www.wampexwestafrica.com. Headline sponsors: Metso, Goldfields. Other sponsors: B5 Plus, Newmont, Anglo Gold Ashanti, Zigen, Stanbic Bank, Hexagon, Protea Coin, Mantrack, The Bank Hospital, and Rand Refinery.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Ina beyempa udo bede makoma bakan wo agi agulu boso da kofianapa na meli eshamentazi Moya mumunyi detiko pa bosha na inji ya Bugatti Amiaka muwa musobia Formula 1 driver ya boko ya business ya ya windi na makwe ya milini enyi malindi Baere mamese wadindi Ni na ya mede baby Wakade mi bia mutumi yate Uchaku de oh so baby Mepa ude oh so baby Chakudo Muwa me yeah baby Mepa oh so baby Me ada mono kwa muntu muko Me ada melada muntu mumendate Oh me ada mono kwa muntu muko mami
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
What can be so baby, Peppa Ude, so baby, Jacudo, Mami, baby, Peppa so baby. Bisa, why them a check with them? How when you must Citi pie? Why you made in charge, you know? Why I will bisa? Why them a check with them? Mama can you there? How when you must Citi pie? Why you made in charge, you know? Mami bibi I want susuka, don't be your wife, baby. Missy bibi I want susuka, don't be your wife, baby. Baby, who don't see me shampoo, was I see Bozy. One could say no, don't see me got shampoo, was I see Bozy. Hey, who don't see me shampoo, was I see Bozy.
7:35.
Who don't see me got shampoo, was I see Bozy. Time no day,
Lots of birthdays coming in on the show. And so we're jumping straight in to wish a few people a happy birthday. Please, from Rahina to Ali, she'd like to wish Dr. and Mrs. Umar Hardy a happy birthday, thanking them for all they've done for her. Happy birthday to Michael Lai, manager of SIC Life Tema branch. Wishing you good health, long life, and God's protection. Keeping a blessing to Ghana from your brothers, Professor Samuel Lai, Dr. George Lai, and Dr. Ebenezer Lai. To Mr. Michael Lai of SIC Life. Happy birthday to Mrs. Diana Korte, DO1 Ghana Fire Service Station at Tema Industrial Area. From your beautiful daughters, Mrs. Wendy Danso, and all the staff of Sam Wend Pharmacy, Kokrobite branch. Please wish Mrs. Grace Naki Ohipenny a happy 80th. I pray for God's blessings, protection, and good health. From Samote Adano, photojournalist, graphic communications group. To Mrs. Grace Naki Ohipenny. Happy birthday to the love of my life, my rock, and my best friend, Mr. Caleb Lakai. Today I celebrate not just the day you were born, but the amazing man you are. Strong, kind, loving, and always putting a smile on my face. I'm so proud of everything you are and everything you are becoming. May the new year bring you joy, success, and all the happiness you deserve. From your favorite girl and wife, Lillian Nyakun Lakai. Happy birthday to Moses Ba Echampong, Managing Associate Edfields Attorneys. From Edwin and the team at Edfields Attorneys. So many birthdays, Kai. I don't even know where to start. Another one coming through to my beautiful wife, Mrs. Rejoice Amedeka, coming in from Prophet Forsen Amedeka. And the message is, may God bless her for me. So from Prophet Forsen Amedeka to his wife, Mrs. Rejoice Amedeka. Also, Auntie Zainab, owner of By Faith Restaurant in Tamale. Happy birthday, you're a nice woman, just like the meals you serve at your restaurant. Coming in from Umaru Sanda Amadou. And to my amazing wife,
this one before we begin investigation.
Jemima Afua Nyakwa, the beautiful mother of our twin girls, and truly my favor from God. Jemima, I appreciate all you do for our family. Your love, your strength, and grace keep us grounded. As you celebrate today, I pray the Lord grants you the secret yearnings of your heart. You deserve every blessing. With all my love from your husband, Kek Amwa. Today is a lot of birthdays, so happy birthday to my sweetest husband, Lord Nate. I wish him all the best in life. God bless him for being an amazing husband. From Patricia. So I want you to help me wish also a couple of people a happy birthday. Madam Esi Nyaso of the Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry. Okay. We call her Mama. Mama. Today is her birthday.
Oh, is that Mama?
The Mama.
Mama.
You know. Yes.
Oh, Mama.
Togolese Mama.
Togolese. Oh.
Today is her birthday. You are speaking the Togolese ever. Oh my God. This is she's such a powerful woman.
Powerful, indefatigable woman.
My God.
Dependable, reliable.
Too much. Too much. So I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Don't solo.
From myself and the family, from all of us. Happy birthday. Yes. She also shares a birthday with Jude Mensah Duncan, who's celebrating his birthday today.
Oh, I see.
And so
Jude.
Charlie Jude is a big man.
Big man.
These days his shadows have changed. Charlie professional, high level.
Prosperity is
host of the two programs. He hosts Breakfast Daily on Saturdays and Sundays, and then he hosts the Thursday Auto Show. He's also
the fitter.
Charlie, one of my producers, but he needs to get a new car because to be hosting the Auto Show, maybe he needs that car to understand the Auto Show. But
he's more than a mechanic.
In fact, before the year will end, Charlie, the Lord is
buying lower arm shock absorber.
Last week we called and said, Charlie, he did under the car.
The piston is not working properly.
So he's having a practical knowledge of fitting.
The carburetor, is seizing.
So when your car pass, depending on the sound it makes, Jude can tell you the problem you have.
Jude,
carburetor.
Jude, before the year ends, you have to. We will do something. We have to do something.
the oil filter, the oil filter is dirty, so we need to change the oil filter. You know, that's why it's always.
And you know, the fact is that his brother also deals in cars, car parts and things.
So we need to do overhauling of the engine.
So Mensa Duncan, happy birthday to you.
Better, I've never overhauled your engine before.
I had my first car I bought with money was a Toyota Carina E.
Thank you.
It was red.
Yes.
It was registered GR and with an R or something.
Yes.
So this is around 2005. Charlie. Sunday the car just decided it will not work, and then Muro Awudu. Muro told me that he has some guy at Nima on that side, so I should take the guy and go give the guy, make it change the engine for me.
So.
Charlie, more I would do. So I took the car to the guy, and to be fair, the guy spent like 3 days to do the thing.
Yes.
But it feel like some boat, lock the thing.
No, it be like the head gasket. The
engine starts some way. I said, Moro. Meanwhile, the guy said when he finished the thing, he has to put he has to spark it and leave it on for like 12 hours or something.
Yeah.
So the day we went there, Charlie, the car engine day on with the engine Charlie Moro. And Moro used to live. There was this house,
Kanda.
opposite the Czech embassy.
Yeah.
Some place be.
Yeah.
So the guy, when you enter him, some corner be the guy take me. I forget the guy's name. I even have his number on my phone.
Powerful.
Charlie. Red car, Toyota Carina E.
Yeah.
I sold that car to some taxi.
With all the problems.
Charlie. I even thank the driver for taking the. I thank the taxi driver for buying the car. I said, Master, Faka ni me busi o ni me hear you now Fako. And the funny thing is, Sunday I saw the taxi running. Even like 7 years later.
Yeah,
so I don't know how taxis are able to maintain cars that we are not.
Oh, they manage it.
Charlie, the guy and Carina E, the engine was big.
You know what happens is that they are often condemning parts of the car. Charlie. So they will tell you that this one, I condemn it. Yeah. So they will keep condemning things, removing things, and then they manage it like that for some reason. But it is risky though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
No, so Charlie, I want to greet Moro Awudu for that mechanic he gave me, and the guy he was at Kanda area. Kanda area, Charlie, it be red car. Charlie, Toyota Carina E.
Carina E.
Yeah. So Jude, you get a new car, why? Because we've driven this before. Happy birthday to.
That is what we call Asangba.
Charlie's guy.
Asangba. That one we use it to do gaja. The car, they will tell you that go and put it in the water river so that tilapia and cool can enter, will go and have it because it's of no use beyond.
So I want to do a few more. Bonti Benjamin, happy birthday to my lovely wife Gloria. You know, Bonti Benjamin is a listener. He's been listening for a long time.
Bonti Benjamin.
And this is to his wife Gloria.
Oh, I see.
Happy birthday. There was a time during the Citi Breakfast Show in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
he was always sending messages.
Yeah,
his wife is Gloria. Cheers to good health and many more. Happy birthday to Caleb and Mrs. Vermati of Beehive School. God bless you from Auntie Mavis. I also want to wish our friend Laila Abubakar of the ECG.
Oh, Laila.
Happy birthday. Today is her birthday as well.
Oh, beautiful. Laila, Charlie.
So happy birthday to you, Laila.
Yes.
I think she's still at ECG.
I believe so.
Yes, it's like
yes.
Happy birthday to you, Laila, as well.
And Bernard, the managing associate of Edfield's Attorneys. His name is Moses Befia Champong. Okay. Today is his birthday as well. May the Lord's blessings rest upon you. This is coming from Edwin and the team at Edfield's Attorneys to Moses Befia Champong, managing associate, Edfield's Attorneys. Council, God bless you.
So many people wish celebrating birthdays today. Today, I want to bring clarity to two issues. Yesterday, when I was interviewing the panel on the CD's appreciation and the the stickiness of prices upwards, one of my panelists said something that was really serious. He said, there are some banks who, when they need money, they have to go to some allergists to give them, or when you need dollars, you have to go to an allergist to give you. And I was like, how is that possible? He says, well, this was all because he said, we had checked the CD dollar exchange rate, and if you go to the BOG website, it was 12.6 CDs to the US dollar. And then he said, if you go to the black market, it's 13.6 or so. So almost 1 CD difference. And I was like, why is there a difference between the interbank and the black market? Then he also said that even though the CD is strengthening against the dollar on the interbank market, on the black market, he's not very sure. So and I asked him about, is the black market that important? He says, well, the black market is very important because somehow when some financial institutions need liquidity, they get it from the black market. Now, my original conception of the black market was when I'm going to airport, I see some guys sitting under the tree and they say I should come and collect dollars. I didn't know that the industry is so big that even regular financial institutions rely on them for liquidity. So that's point number one that I need to clarify. And number two, whilst I was doing that program, my colleague on Joy was also interviewing what's the guy's name? Board member of the BOG and MP of Bogatanga Central. Now, I want you to hear what Adongo said to Evans Mensah, because that also sets the cat among the pigeons for me. Because so in addition to the issue of how the black market rate is much higher than the interbank rate, and the appreciation may not be the same on the black market, this one is also pretty serious, because he was saying that you cannot withdraw USD over the counter from a USD account. And I thought that was quite interesting, because I felt like that was not a problem, you know. So I'm trying to get the audio for you, and I'm going to air it. So I'll see if I can bring clarity to that, and whether we are in a new era of FX restrictions, or whether it's just an old law that he is reiterating, or it's an old law that was not well enforced that they were enforcing, or whether there was a discretion with the banks that they want to now take away. All right. So here is the excerpt from that conversation.
It's okay. We're happy with that. But
I need to spend it the way I want.
No, wait. So you can only get dollars if indeed you are going to use it for a dollar denominated transaction.
Well, why should the BOG bother? It's my dollars.
No,
I put it there.
If you take it, because the central bank is supposed to regulate the use of our legal tender, and our legal tender is the cedi. So if you go to the bank to buy to take your dollars to go and buy fufu, you don't buy fufu in dollars. We'll give you cedis to go and buy fufu.
But if there's a fufu seller who wants to sell the fufu to me,
because that is illegal. Go and read our laws. Nobody is
what happens to
supposed
seeing
to.
All these schools billing us fees in dollars?
So we are getting there. It's a gradual. That's
But
what I said it's not an event. It's a process.
No, but this is a simple.
See, what we are doing is that you are not allowing me to give you a complete picture of the things we are doing.
We have a long time.
No,
Except
we
that
don't
you
have,
make things that needs to be interrogated.
No, and I'm saying that
because
you see,
there's some low-hanging fruits that what you've said.
and those are the ones we are targeting. Which one?
The fundamental one. The reason why the dollar is what it is that you just touched on is that this is a dollarized economy.
And I'm explaining to you.
And I haven't seen any action.
And I'm saying that
exactly.
I'm saying that you see, we don't need to go on the rooftops. You see the result in the dollar rate, and we are saying that you can no longer speculate with a bank account in dollars. Because when you put the money in dollars into a bank account, we'll give you the dollars only when you need it for a dollar denominated transaction outside of our country. Because dollars must be spent outside, not inside. But if you need the dollar to go and spend on, say, cedi denominated transaction, we'll give you the cedis.
But this is theory.
That is what's happening. The reality is that
which economy?
Go and put your money in your bank account and go and get it, whether you get a dollar in Ghana here.
I go to the bank all the time to take
and
my dollars.
And you take dollars?
Then nobody asks me
dollars. When was the last time you did that?
Unless
it's illegal. You can't be giving dollars on the counter.
No. Unless I am going with cedis in the hopes that I'll get dollars from the bank. I'm buying the dollars from the bank.
You won't be so.
That they require. You won't that I have a visa. I have a flight ticket.
Yeah, that's when you are traveling.
Yes,
you see, because you are going to spend the money outside.
But how do I have a dollar account at the bank?
Yes.
And I go to withdraw my dollars. Nobody's going to ask me what I'm going to use the dollar
I'm telling you, go and draw it tomorrow.
That is sure.
Now let me. It's a fact.
No, nobody. You don't have a dollar account. You do.
I'm saying that you can't take dollar over the counter. As you speak today.
When I have a dollar account?
Yes, but you can't take it.
Why can't
you will be giving cedi equivalent.
That doesn't happen anyway.
Well, it's happening today in Ghana now. So.
We need clarity on this. The things are very confusing, because I know that you can take up to a certain amount from a dollar denominated account or buy dollars from a bank if you are traveling out of the country. So, for example, Sky, I traveled last year to the United Kingdom, and the air ticket is sold in dollars. What did I do? I bought the ticket online with my card, because I have a US dollar denominated account with a bank. When I went to the airline's portal, I made a payment to the airline for the ticket with the US dollars in that account. I could have gone with Citi to a bank to make a payment to the airline's account, and they will convert it into USD. But sometimes the advantage of having a US dollar account is that it stabilizes you. So for example, if we're in a period of depreciation, then if I bought a ticket, maybe I saw the ticket yesterday, the ticket was $1,500, and the Citi exchange rate was a certain number. I would have to look for the Citi equivalent and go and pay to the bank before they would then pay whatever. But if you have a dollar account, it makes it easier for you. Number two, if you travel, you can still use the card with the USD and spend it. Now, I think Ivan's question was, let's assume Evans wants to give Caleb Kuda $200. Can he go to the bank, sign a check for $200 and say, Caleb, it's your birthday. I like your show about Beyond Borders. So here is $200 for you. Now, according to Adongo, you cannot do that. This is what my understanding is. So if you need the dollars to do something, the transaction can be done.
Right.
But to withdraw the dollar,
over the counter,
because we don't spend dollars here.
Yeah.
So although there are dollar required transactions, you are applying to do IELTS, you want to write some exam, and you have to pay to a certain account, you can do the transaction. Now my worry is, this is my problem now. Let's assume I have to buy an airline ticket from a travel agent, and I don't want to pay the money digitally. You know, you can go to some travel agent and pay them $1,000 for the air ticket. So can I say to the bank that Charlie Caleb is going to US? He's got a ticket for $1,500. He's going to the travel agent at East Legon. So he needs $1,500 to go and give it to the travel agent.
Cash. Yeah.
Will the bank give you that $1,500? Will they require the air ticket to give you that $1,500? So that's the clarity that the interview did not bring, which I think we need to bring.
Right.
Well, just to respond to the question that you have asked, I would, for the benefit of our listeners, read a directive that still stands from the Bank of Ghana regarding pricing of things, services, goods in our country.
What's it called?
So this is notice to the general public. Prohibition of pricing, advertising, receipting, and or marketing or making payments for goods and services in foreign currency in Ghana. It says further to Bank of Ghana's previous notices, and the details are provided, which advise the public against unauthorized dealings in foreign currency. Bank of Ghana hereby reminds the public that in accordance with the Foreign Exchange Act of 2006, Act 723, companies, institutions, and individuals are prohibited from 1. Engaging in foreign exchange business without a license issued by the Bank of Ghana, or 2. Pricing, advertising, receipting, or making payments for goods and services in foreign currency in Ghana without written authorization from Bank of Ghana. Such violations are punishable on summary conviction by a fine of up to 700 penalty units or a term of imprisonment of not more than 18 months or both. Bank of Ghana hereby cautions the general public to desist from dealing in illegal forex activities, which is black market transactions, pricing, advertising, receipting, or making payments for goods and services in foreign currency in Ghana without the requisite license or authorization from Bank of Ghana. The general public is hereby notified that the sole legal tender in Ghana is the Ghana Cedi. Let me read that again. to answer your question, the general public is hereby notified that the sole legal tender in Ghana is the Ghana Cedi. That responds to your question. Now, Bank of Ghana, in collaboration with national security and law enforcement agencies, will continue to clamp down on illegal foreign exchange operations. All offenders will be dealt with in accordance with the law. Bank of Ghana urges the general public to report any violations witnessed to. A telephone number is provided 0302 66 5005, and an email is also provided here. complaints.office@bog.gov.
I'll let you explain this later, but I thank you for reading it. Let me just do a few quick announcements. 4 minutes to 8, Citi Breakfast Show, trying to get clarity on some matters. Buying an inferior mattress at a cheap price may seem like a good way to save money, but do not fall for the trap of putting your health at risk, because this can cause a lifetime of discomfort and chronic pain. Latex Foam offers you a match quality and durability at competitive prices. Now here's the good news. We're giving you 10% off everything you buy from our showrooms from now to end of May. Come and get your favorite mattresses, sofas, beds, wardrobes, coffee and center tables, chests of drawers, and many more. We stock flattering and exciting designs to make your home beautiful. Hurry to get your 10% off any item of your choice. Call Latex Foam on 0302 231 155. Terms and conditions apply. Latex Foam, your partner for life. We all want a little more security when life gets unpredictable, a little more protection for our loved ones, because let's be honest, more is always better. Let me put you on the Absa Assure account. The Absa Assure account isn't just a banking product, it's a chance to have more than you expect. Absa Assure account gives you domestic and commercial accident insurance cover, hospitalization benefits, permanent disability benefits, death cover, and a bundle of essential banking services, all for a single fee. No multiple payments, just one fee for everything. If you want more, of course you do. So if you do indeed want more, simply sign up with Absa today for the Absa Assure account. Now, if you're an enterprise customer, then there's some great advantage points that you can earn. Now, the loyalty program rewards you for staying covered for the smart way. With enterprise advantage points, you can rack up points and score awesome rewards by making purchases, renewing policies, and more, all through your self-service portal or the Enterprise Advantage app. So log into your account, access Advantage points, and start earning points for rewards like airtime, Momo, and more. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Join the Enterprise family now and buy a policy today. Enterprise Advantage points, because nothing you do should be pointless. Now, are you ready to lead at the next level? The Management Bootcamp 2025 is your game changer. From the trusted teams behind Citi FM and Channel 1 TV comes a power-packed elite leadership experience designed to ignite your strategic edge, sharpen your decision-making, and elevate your executive presence. Unlock insights from top industry leaders in strategic thinking, organizational culture, crisis management, and more. Now, this is a 1-week intensive bootcamp starting Sunday 22nd June all through to Saturday 28th June 2025 at the Platinum Bay and Passion Base hotels at Abokobi. To register, write this number down: 0242 011 424. That's 0242 011 424 to register. Seats are limited. Secure yours now. The Management Bootcamp is powered by Channel 1 Television with support from 97.3 Citi FM. And are you ready to drive innovation and take the next step in your career? Yes. Apply for the Ashesi University Master's Program, which combines world-class education with African relevance. Regardless of your career aspirations, an Ashesi's Master's Program equips you with the skills, ethics, and networks to lead boldly. Applications are open for our 2025 cohorts. Learn more at ashesi.edu.gh. Yes.
Before you go to Susu, I just want to do this one quickly for a senior of mine, a respected legal mind who is with the Aegis office in Ho.
The capital. Adugu.
Yes.
Adugu.
Andrews Doji. Doji
of Achimota School.
Yeah, Adugu. No, it'd be big man.
He's taking over Ho.
No. He's running the Volta man.
He said you won't come to Accra. He said all the actions in Ho. So Andrews, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Charlie. I have to come and visit you so that we can do a few things together.
It's very important. And also, this is from Kofi. You see, wishing his brother Kojo Konedo Adomo Fidelity Bank Internal Audit Department a happy birthday. By the way, if you're a banker listening to me, please help me correct this confusion that is brewing in my mind because of the interview Adongo granted and the kind of things he said. I'm not very sure. I've been trying to reach him actually to clarify the point, and I've not been able to do this. Can you withdraw US dollars from a USD account? Can you withdraw cash? Because maybe I want to give Susu another example. Susu is traveling. Maybe Susu is going to do his PhD.
Oh, you just like Susu?
Yeah, so he wants to go and do PhD in AI.
Yes.
Then I say, oh, Susu, I have some USD account. I want to just give you $500 so that when you go to the US, you
manage
can.
Yourself.
They say I can't do it. Or I need to write that, some way. They have to explain that thing well so that we can understand it properly.
Section 3
of the law
of the Foreign Exchange Act of 2006, Act 723 of 2006 states
we die.
In express words, requirement of license. A person shall not engage in the business of dealing in foreign exchange.
Why are you using business? We are talking about, I want to withdraw money from my account. You say I'm dealing in foreign exchange.
I will explain later.
I want the part where they write, can I withdraw cash from my account? This foreign exchange, we understand it.
That's what I want to explain to you. Okay,
it's
so
far,
let me take you to subsection 4.
Yeah, what is all that?
The business of dealing in foreign exchange includes the A, purchase and sale of foreign exchange. B, receipt or payment of foreign currency. C, importation and exportation of foreign currency. And D, lending or borrowing of foreign currency.
It doesn't cover what I'm saying. All that you are saying is true for businesses. I'm talking about
not businesses, individuals are also.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a transaction with my bank. You see, everything you have said is no. My confusion is that I have, let's assume I have a USD account in a bank. Okay. My brother comes from America. When he's going after Christmas, he said, "Oh, Aloski, for driving me around like a headless chicken, here's $500 for you." A wise man like me said, "This $500, I can't keep it here. So my USD account, I go and say, oh, this is money, can I pay?" Now I'm being told that if you want to pay that money, you need to state where you got the money from. That's one. You may even need to show the receipt to quote the serial number of the dollar. Now it's a gift from my brother. So he brought it, he didn't take, I don't know, maybe in his country he spends dollars, so he gives it to me. What am I supposed to do with that money?
He first of all disclosed it when he was coming to the country.
But you have to disclose.
So if you have $500 in your pocket, you have to disclose. Maybe a certain amount you have to. But if somebody has $500 in his pocket, it means he can't bring it again.
He came with $500.
He gave me. I'm giving a hypothetical example. $500 in his pocket. He should disclose it to who?
You know, when you're coming back from wherever you go to, they give you a form, right?
Yes.
That form from customs, they state on it.
But you see, you are going.
Isn't that above $10,000?
I get it. Let's stay within my confusion. There are other things you want to say. I want you to stay within my issue of.
Okay,
I have $500.
Let me go to the definition section. I read to you something. You
put the law aside.
But you can't take the law aside.
Okay, let's take a break.
Payment means transfer of foreign exchange made for the purpose of A.
Yes.
Discharging a liability or acquiring an asset.
I'm
B,
paying into my account.
Hold on, Bernard. Creating a balance at a financial institution that can be drawn upon. Or C, making a gift or donation.
Correct. So you are saying it's illegal for someone to ask me $500?
But that's what the law. I'm not saying it. That's the law saying it.
Without authorization from the BOD.
I was reading the thing. You say you don't want to hear it.
I want to bring Susu there. I'll come back. I don't like what you are reading.
Go
that's
my brother.
No. We'll come back.
I'll apologize and go.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay.
No. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm saying that I need to understand what payment means.
That's what I've defined to you. There's interpretation section of the Act, and you find that under Section 33. You go
so
to
if somebody gives me $500 as a gift, he has paid me.
Payment
so he needs to tell BOT that give me $500.
Payment means a transfer of foreign exchange made for the purpose of A, discharging a liability or acquiring an asset. So you have a liability.
So I want to buy a land, and you say you are selling the land for $2,000.
Exactly.
I can't do it without BOG.
B, creating a balance at a financial institution that can be drawn upon.
Yeah.
Or C, making a gift.
Yeah.
Or a donation.
Yeah, but hold on. When I went to open the bank account, the US dollar account, technically the BOG agreed, because you apply, you go to a bank, you fill the form, they open a bank account for you. The law is not saying you can't do it. It says you can't do it without authorization.
Yes.
So if I have $500 on me and I go and pay it into my legal bank account, it's not a crime.
There's authorization, so the bank would have a license to do that.
Yes, but the bank has a license to do that.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making. But
so what have I done wrong?
So you are saying in this case that you want to go and buy a ticket, and the ticket says that the ticket seller says he's selling the tickets in US dollars.
Yes.
Can you go and collect $1,000 from your bank account
and go and pay the guy?
Go and pay, and I'm responding to you that that comes within the scope of the act. And in my respectful understanding of the letter of the law as written here, and I hope the spirit is also properly aligned, you cannot do that because the CD is the sole legal tender in our jurisdiction.
So I can go to my dollar account and say I need the equivalent of $1,000 to pay for a ticket. So they give me CDs.
Yes.
Or they transfer. Okay, can they transfer $1,000 to the travel agent?
Well, so
without it coming to my hands.
Definition of payment here says means a transfer of exchange made for the purpose of. So the transfer doesn't necessarily have to be in cash, right?
So fair enough. So then I can pay the CD equivalent to the travel agent.
Yes.
Okay, what if I'm paying my child's school fees in America?
So in that case, because we don't spend
CDs in America,
then that exception, that narrow exception, in my respectful view, is allowed.
So in your view, under no circumstance would I need US dollars?
Yes, you don't need US dollars to spend in Ghana.
So if I have US dollars and I pay it into my account, that's not illegal.
Because if you have it and you pay into it, no, that
is not illegal.
That shouldn't be illegal.
It just has to be traced.
Yeah, you have to.
But I cannot go and collect it. So you are saying Adongo is right?
Yeah, I mean that's the law.
I'm sorry, I have a question. As far as I understand, if I put money in a bank account, I should be able to take it out.
That's what I also thought.
I feel like this is, then they shouldn't allow us to have dollar accounts.
No, you can have the dollar account to use it for certain transactions. So, for example, you need to pay school fees in a jurisdiction that doesn't use. So you can authorize them to transfer it from your account.
But I feel like it's common sense that if I put money in a bank, I should be able to take it out.
That's what I also thought until yesterday.
101.
That's what I also
thought.
What
you put in, you should be able to.
Yeah. So
anytime you call upon
it. I have more time. Let me let him do his segment.
Here is whether you have been authorized to buy certain things in Ghana using.
But you see, he said withdraw the money. So my own money that I've put in the account.
Once it's in the bank, it's not for you.
That's crazy to me. So why do I have the bank account?
But do you know the right on money? This money belongs to the government.
I understand, but I've put the money in my account because maybe I'm going to fly to America in 3 months. Yes. So I don't want the money to be stolen, get lost in my house. I put $1,000.
Which is the responsible thing to do.
Responsible thing to do. Now I go to the bank and say, "Can I please have my $1,000 back? I'm flying to
So
America."
the unintended consequence of what they've done is that if you have $1,000, you keep it in your car, and when you meet somebody, you share it and give it to them.
So you see, that is where that exception is there. You understand? That exception is there to allow for spending of the money outside the jurisdiction. Right, so it is not strictly speaking a prohibition of all forms of.
But what if somebody is traveling and decides that he doesn't just want to have his card, but he also wants a few notes on him?
You see, that is why the declarations help. If you are entering a jurisdiction, many people don't do it. Do you have foreign currency on you?
Yes. How much is it? Then
how much you write it there. You make that declaration.
Yes, you do it.
So that declaration must be consistent with what you have in your pocket. What the law prohibits, in my respectful view, is that you cannot carry in excess of $10,000 fiscally on you to enter any jurisdiction.
Correct.
As far as I know, UK, US, you understand.
Yes.
So you may have $1,000 on you when you're entering into the US or you are leaving our ports. Have you made that declaration?
All right.
If you don't make it and they find it on you, have you infringed the law? These are questions that you agitate.
We'll come back to this. Let's bring you social media trends. The man who has the trends has more questions. he's not happy.
But the dollars are not trending, by the way. So
no, we are not even discussing what is trending. We are just discussing
what is. People are not interested in dollars. They're interested in other things. So
not yet. Give it a few hours. Caleb.
Telecel and First Bank Ghana are bringing us tech and social media trends, and First Bank Ghana says they have the new First mobile app. It helps you experience the convenience of banking anywhere in the world in your palm. With this, we have designed some exciting new features. You can buy data or airtime, account transfer to Momo, account to Momo transfer, inter and intra-bank transfers, account opening, bill payment to Netflix, iTunes, fingerprint and face ID, statement downloads in PDF, scheduled payments, biometric authentication for transactions, auto receipt generation for past transactions. So visit Apple Store or Play Store, download the First mobile app and bank with ease like never before. 0596 921 921 is the number. First Solutions at firstbankgroup.com is the email address. You can also visit any of our branches nationwide. First Bank, you first.
So Graham, so tell us what's trending.
So a little bit of football to start. So I'll go through some interesting things that happened. There was Ajax have thrown away the Eredivisie title. So Ajax were 9 points ahead of PSV 3 weeks ago. But in the 4 games since, they've picked up just 2 points and allowed PSV to get back in the title race. So PSV have picked up 12 points in that time. They've picked up 2. Now they are 1 point behind with 1 game left.
What happened yesterday? So Ajax lost?
They drew.
And PSV
last minute equalizer by FC Groningen.
Oh Lord.
And so that was theirs. They were on course to win, which would keep them ahead going into the final game. But it's a very unfortunate day for Ajax. They've thrown the title away. Very disappointing.
So last game to go.
They can still win,
but it's not in their hands.
And PSV are a much better team from their players and that kind of stuff.
To win.
So it looks like that. So Mallorca were also in their trends.
What happened to them?
They played against Real Madrid. They took a lead, and by Real Madrid fought back, and a young man named Jacobo from the Real Madrid B team, because Real Madrid had only 11 first team players fit, or was it 10 first team players fit? So they were playing a lot of players from their Castilla team, and Jacopo came off the bench to score the winner in added time and give Real Madrid the win. So Bologna are also in their trends. They won their first trophy since 1974, I believe.
What trophy is that?
The Italian Cup. They beat AC Milan in the final 1-0. Yeah, it was a very interesting game. Not for me, but it was an interesting game. Of course.
So Bologna have won a trophy at long last.
Yes.
It's been a long time I heard the name Bologna. You were worried.
But I know that's where you get Bolognese from.
Yeah, Bolognese.
You know, in America they pronounce it baloney.
Baloney.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, that's why John who came here says a baloney.
Yeah. So
all right.
LGBTQ is trending.
Why?
Because there's a Ghana Premier League player who took off his shirt and said, "I belong to Jesus."
And then what happened?
And he was fined 500 cedis by the FA because the rules state you are not allowed to show any political or religious symbols in the course of a football match.
What does it got to do with LGBT?
I'm coming. So the player came out and said, people are allowed to support LGBTQ, but once I show my love for Christ, I am getting punished.
But do people show their love for LGBTQ in their jerseys?
I've not seen.
To be fair, the EPL sometimes. But this is Ghana. Is this Ghana or US?
This is Ghana.
UK.
This is Ghana. He said that.
But how Ghana? They don't have the. You know, in UK there are weeks the
rainbow laces and
they don't do that
kind
in Ghana
stuff.
here.
No.
So is he comparing Ghana to the UK or is comparing Ghana to
I don't know his points, but that's what he said.
What's the player's name?
I think it's Emmanuel Lano. I just have to cross check that. But yeah, he's in the trends for that. He said he's showing his support and that he feels he's being victimized. So he is. Yeah. So
this is our world. Where it's going. Are you?
Yeah, so that's in the trends for sure. So very interesting one there. People are upset he was fined 500 cedis. For a Ghana Premier League player, that's a decent amount of money.
Charlie, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
What team does he play for?
I think Nations FC. Yes, Nations FC.
All right.
So the Volta region is trending. This was an interesting one because Woody Meyer made a tweet. He visited the Volta region and said, "Wow, this is such a beautiful place." You know, I'm not saying it verbatim. I'm just quoting the general gist. This is a beautiful place. More people should buy holiday homes here. And some people reacted very badly.
Why?
They were not happy at all about the idea that their region should be turned into a holiday destination.
We need industry.
Now, we should have
jobs.
Yeah, no, I actually no. You see, I agree with them because
if you go to parts of the US like Florida, people buy holiday homes there. It's also an industry. Having wealthy people live in a place can generate business. It's just not the direct form.
Yeah, but it depends.
And the fact that you need business does not mean somebody cannot buy a holiday home in your place.
I agree with people who are kind of upset that they don't want it to become a holiday destination. In the sense that if people come, let's say people from Accra who generally have more income, averagely, come and buy all the property. The poor are living there, the cost of living goes up and that kind of stuff.
But isn't it the same region that's promoting tourism?
Yes, tourism. Yes, it depends on depends on how you look at it. Bernard, okay, let's just compare.
You can create an enclave
let's
in the
compare
region
that with the
price it highly for people to buy.
That one is different.
But you see, the thing is that
let's compare it to what happens in Kwewu. Kwewu is one of the richest places
in terms of real estate.
In real estate, right? But how has that transformed the living conditions of the ordinary man living in Kwewu?
But has it made them poorer? Does people buying houses or building big houses in Kwewu made the citizens of Kwewu poorer?
You see, the conversation should not be that, come and build holiday homes here. I think we need industry. Our people are into fitting, they are into carpentry, they are into mechanic.
Sky, on this point, you see, I don't think the guy is saying that
holiday homes will come as a matter of course.
No. The guy is not saying that as an exclusive industry, do holiday 10 Volta region the holiday home. Volta region always claims to have the greatest tourist attractions. Don't we have Africans in the diaspora moving back to Ghana? Some of them have moved to Ebri. If somebody has money to buy real estate in the Volta region, let him do it. It will also contribute to industry.
But Bernard,
do you understand me? So I feel like sometimes people overreact to things for reasons that I'm not sure are too clear.
But Bernard, even when you
building a holiday home in a Volta region does not mean we shouldn't industrialize the region.
Bernard, I also want to touch on something you just said about even the African Americans coming and building stuff on the diaspora. It's created problems in certain parts of the central region because there's reports of chiefs kind of forcing people off their land. So it's a very complicated issue.
Every solution creates a problem. Unless you say if you want to build a factory, somebody will say to do something. So let's not do anything.
In the environment.
You see, my challenge is that when somebody expresses this, I think it's a very narrow definition to say that that's not right, because I have been promoting tourism in the region for years.
You have been promoting tourism, which is good because people find jobs to do. I am saying better.
But if I build, if I come as if I build a holiday home,
what is really the use of a holiday home?
A place I come and stay during vacation.
So you can go and stay there for how long? And
but it's my. How does that destroy? I don't understand. I've bought land, I've built a house, and I'm living inside. How is that a problem for you?
I am saying that.
How is that a problem for an economy?
The superior view, in my respect.
So you go and promote that view. Let the Maya promote
exactly what I'm promoting.
So no, but you shouldn't attack what he said to promote yours.
I've not said anything to attack. The
basis of the trend is that why is Wodemaya saying people should build holiday homes? And I'm saying that is misplaced. If you have energy, go and build a factory. He is a tourism promoter, and he's saying that the region is nice. People should come there. Why should he be attacked for? What is this?
I'm sure that people who are criticizing have the right to criticize. I am saying
they have the right to criticize, but they have criticized constructively.
Sitting here as an indigent of the place, I am saying that what we need is jobs in the nature of industry, factories.
Has he said that
those are the things that we need?
Sky, we can work in Chugam. The fact that somebody says build the holiday home does not mean that we have this narrow unnecessary antagonism.
But that's
people should also go and promote.
We have seen holiday homes
how many of
other parts of the world?
How many of the people who are criticizing him have used their tweets to promote business in the region? This is the problem. You don't do anything. Somebody is doing.
You sit here, you talk about
Sky.
When people have the
Wodemaya has been promoting destinations for years.
Which is great. We all support that.
So if he says people should build holiday homes in Volta region, why should he be attacked for that?
So the attacks are wrong.
But that the attacks are wrong. Don't endorse it. No. Any argument again.
No, I am saying that the fact that somebody is attacking somebody, if you attack, it's wrong. You can't attack the guy for a view he's expressed. What you can do is to critique it.
What's the critique of that? That people should be holiday homes in Volta region.
I am saying that the superior view. That's why I use the word the superior view.
So now you
want
to tell jobs. What you should promote? You promote the job.
Okay, guys, please can I finish? Okay,
the fact that you have expressed your view doesn't mean that I'm not entitled to express my view.
People should stop attacking the guy.
Yes, attacking. Yes, that's wrong. We shouldn't encourage that. But people are entitled to express a superior view if they believe that it is a superior view.
Can I please finish?
It is the superior view in my respect. Is that we need jobs. We need jobs. We need jobs. Good roads. Electricity has to be reliable. The tidal wave attack. Stop them.
Yes. I'm not even done there. I'm not even finished explaining the trend.
Don't mind this guy. Finish.
So the reason came up is a lot of people were talking, and there were some unnecessary comments which we have to dismiss out of hand about people saying that don't move to our region and that kind of stuff. It's Ghana. Everyone can move to the region, yes, but like I'm with Sky, I understand the apprehension about holiday homes, but like Bernard said, there's a constructive way to do these things, a nice way to go around.
You know how much the land is selling at Adafion these days?
Hey Sky, I beg you. And the last trend is P Diddy, the musician. So he's on trial, a federal trial for sex trafficking, abuse, and some other things. And some very, what's the word I'm looking for? Unpleasant details are coming out in the trial about the way he treated his then girlfriend Cassie. Some of the things he did at his parties, they were calling freak off. So I don't want to go into it because it's a big graphic and a bit unpleasant, but very nasty stuff that was going on. So that's in the trends, of course, because he's a big musician, and it kind of shows that sometimes we see these musicians a lot, but the things they do in their private lives are very unpleasant. So very, very unfortunate one. So let me do a little bit of tech news. So Netflix says they are ad-supported service. So Netflix has added ads, so you can pay less, but they'll show you ads during the movies and shows. What? Yeah, they have an ad. So let's say the usual price is $10. They have one that maybe you pay $7 or $8, whatever the price is, and they'll show ads inside. So that's one of their plans to get people to at a lower price. And they say 94 million people are on the ad-supported service of their 300 million
Spotify.
Subscribers.
The first time I was on Spotify, was
when it's free, it's for ads.
It's a business model.
So they are adding it to get some ad revenue and also get people in a lower price point, and it shows that it's very popular. So 94 million people of their 300 million subscribers are using ads.
All right, thank you very much.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adopted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, and in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first, First Bank.
Telecel Cash, get the lowest transfer charges ever in Ghana. Send it keke with Telecel Cash. You for sort out your old boy, send it keke. Your girl they bill you, send it keke. Merchant payment, send it keke to all networks. T-Cash agents in Swatch baby. You won't buy some 1212. Send it keke. What the BBC T-Cash to T-Cash transfers still be free for the Telecel Play app top. Telecel Cash be your saved and secure platform. Them they take do transfers across the networks all. Then everywhere them they do mobile money transactions. Dial *110#. Then take send monies. The charges be falla. Or make you download the Telecel Play app. Then send monies go T-Cash wallets for free. Telecel Cash. Send the keke.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Girls, leave me and let me do my thing. I'm tired of everyone chasing the same old. Awesome intelligence is the new magic. Get your Samsung Galaxy A56, A36, or A26 5G. eSIM included. This trip, school go big. As I pull out my awesome intelligence, pictures, videos, slow-mo, filters will be awesome. That's the new Galaxy experience. So let me do my thing. Let me be different, unique, and most of all, awesome with my new Samsung A series. Grab your new awesome Galaxy A56, A36, or A26 5G. Level up your game with the new awesome.
Price starting at 4,199 cedis. Terms and conditions apply.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So rapping all, we'll take the pain away. Rapping all, Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates gets more from Absa. Bank Papa Party and NTBA account and get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. T's and C's apply. Your story matters. Absa.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel One TV invites you to exhibit at AgriFair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world. AgriFair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. Come one, come all. Enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices. And treat yourself to sizzling kebabs made from beef, mutton, pork, chicken, and more. Great taste, great value. Don't miss out. The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel One TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, and Development Bank Ghana.
Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till you not now. Malaria chill. Popo. What do you do? I want you. No, not. A dabako. No, not. A damienu. No, not. A damiensa. No, not. And no. No, not. Scatter malaria. Lonat, it is scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu who se malaria wa umujam ansana wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wa kohu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
For your pockets. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, make her confess. I be done, yes. You won't contest. You be nonsense. Many brothers, then they won't vex. Them just won't kiss. They think God bless. You see them youngest, then they won't flex. We get them our numbers on the cordless. We go crush them for some corners. Make them shout, oh yes. Them I'm head on. But let's be honest. I be the hottest. Many dollars in my pocket.
So 8:29. I'm going to speak to the Ghana Association of Bankers for some clarity on the matter. I'll play back the audio for you, but I just wanted you to do a few quick announcements for me before we come back to the subject for discussion: operation of forex accounts, whether there are any restrictions, and whether those restrictions are even part of the reason why the CD will strengthen. Bakila, let me hear from you.
Good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
And to our listeners. Now, a question for you is, as you get ready for the day, quick questions. How much has ECG taken from your wallet since January? Thousands of cities, right? Let's not even talk about the Doomsday Wahala. So get Translight Solar today and save up to 70% of your ECG bills. Enjoy clean and reliable energy without breaking the bank. Here's the best part. You don't need to pay the full cost up front. Translight Solar is offering an opportunity to own a complete solar system by paying just 30 to 50% of the cost and spreading the rest over a 12 to 36 months period with flexible monthly payments as low as 1,200 cedis. So get in touch now for early bird deals. Visit our website www.translightsolar.com, call 050-424-9229 or 0206-542454 for free consultation. Translight Solar, wherever there is sunlight, there is Translight. So create unforgettable memories. Transform your living room and bedroom into a sanctuary with our stunning selection of sofas, couches, dressers, dining sets, center tables, and a wide range of beds and mattresses and other home soft furnishings. This season, shop and save up to 30% and discover the perfect blend of style, comfort, affordability at Ash Foam exclusive furniture promotions. Do not miss out on this limited time offer. Take advantage of our mega discount promotion up to 30% on selected products. Numbers to call 0243 200 729 or 0244 642 481. So visit any of our showrooms in all the big malls and depots in Medina, Taxi Rank, Agbogba, Vineyard, Tema Casino, and all Ash Foam shops across the country. Terms and conditions apply. Be mindful of internet fraudsters. Be an Ash Foamer now. Ash Foam, feel it, know it.
A few bankers have reached out to bring clarity to the issue. So one banker I know says, Bernard, typically if you deposit cash in your USD account, if the inflow, if you deposit cash in your USD account, you can withdraw the cash. If the inflow is not cash but rather a transfer or a check deposit, then it will be paid in cedis. So this is one explanation I've gotten. Another one from a banker. Where is this one? Forgive me, I'll find it for you. He's
okay.
Okay, read this one for me.
Yes, there are a few here. I'm Maxwell, a banker. I'd like to clarify how funding works for USD accounts. There are two primary sources. One, cash deposits. When customers make cash deposits, we ask for the source of the funds. If the source is deemed unlawful, we may reject the deposit. Once accepted, the funds can be withdrawn without restrictions. Two, inflow. That's local or foreign. For inflows, banks aren't obligated to provide USD. This is done based on the availability of the USD and not without demanding documentation. They may convert it into Citi at the prevailing buying rate. The directive mainly applies to FX purchases, where we prioritize sales for foreign transfers and travel purchases. For foreign travel, you can purchase up to $10,000 with proper documentation, that is passport, visa, air tickets, etc. For foreign transfers, you need to provide a transfer request and invoice if necessary. Now, to purchase FX for use in Ghana, you need to prove the recipient is authorized by the Bank of Ghana to price and or receive payment for goods and services in foreign currency. Please excuse any typos. Right, Maxwell, let's just send that through.
So let me bring before I bring Johnny Wine, let me just listen again to the interview segment that created the confusion, and hopefully we can clarify when we talk to him. So this is Ivan Spencer speaking to Mr. Adongo.
If you put your dollars in a bank account, it is okay. We are happy with that. But
I need to spend it the way I want.
No, wait. So you can only get dollars if indeed you are going to use it for a dollar-denominated transaction.
Why should the BOG bother? It's my dollars.
No,
I put it there.
If you take it, because the central bank is supposed to regulate the use of our legal tender, and our legal tender is the Citi. So if you go to the bank to take your dollars to go and buy fufu, you don't buy fufu in dollars. We will give you cities to go and buy fufu.
But if there's a fufu seller who wants to sell the fufu to me
because that is illegal. Go and read our laws. Nobody
so
is
why haven't you
supposed
seen in
to
all these schools billing us fees in dollars?
So we are getting there. It's a gradual. That's
but
why
I
said it's not an event. It's a process.
But this is a simple.
See, what we are doing is that you are not allowing me to give you a complete picture of the things we are doing.
We have a long time.
No,
except
we
that
don't
you make things that needs to be interrogated.
No, and I'm saying that
because
you see,
there's some low-hanging fruits that what you've said.
And those are the ones we are targeting. Which one?
The fundamental one. The reason why the dollar is what it is that you just touched on is that this is a dollarized economy.
And I'm explaining to you.
And I haven't seen any action.
And I'm saying that
exactly.
I'm saying that you see, we don't need to go on the rooftops. You see the result in the dollar rate. And we are saying that you can no longer speculate with a bank account in dollars. Because when you put the money in dollars into a bank account, we'll give you the dollars only when you need it for a dollar-denominated transaction outside of our country. Because dollars must be spent outside, not inside. But if you need the dollar to go and spend on, say, Citi-denominated transaction, we'll give you the Citis.
But this is theory.
That is what's happening. It's, the reality is that
which economy?
Go and put your money in your bank account and go and get it, whether you get a dollar in Ghana here.
I go to the bank all the time to take
my dollars. And you take dollars?
Then nobody asks me
dollars.
My own
when
money.
Was the last time you did that?
Unless
it's illegal. You can't be giving dollars on the counter.
No. Unless I am going with Citis in the hopes that I'll get dollars from the bank. I'm buying the dollars from the bank.
You won't be so.
That they require. You won't that I have a visa. I have a flight ticket.
Yeah, that's when you are traveling.
Yes,
you see, because you are going to spend the money outside.
But I want to have a dollar account with the bank.
Yes.
And I go to withdraw my dollars. Nobody's going to ask me when I'm going to use it.
I'm telling you, go and draw it tomorrow.
That is sure.
Now let me. It's a fact.
No, nobody. You don't have a dollar account. You do.
I'm saying that you can't take dollar over the counter.
Why?
Today.
When I have a dollar account?
Yes, but you can't take it.
Why can't
you will be
take
giving
it?
CD equivalent.
That doesn't happen anywhere.
Well, it's happening today in Ghana now, so maybe pay attention.
So that was the interview between Evans Mensah or except for an interview between Evans Mensah and Mr. Adongo, the MP for Bolga Central. John Ewa is himself an experienced banker. These days, he is the executive director, I believe, or president of the Ghana Association of Bankers. John, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard.
So I decided to play the excerpt because when I heard it caused a bit of confusion in my head, where the board member of the BOG and the MP was saying, from tomorrow, try and see if you can withdraw dollars over the counter from your USD account. I mean, just explain the whole thing to me from beginning. Is he right? Is it me who is misunderstanding what he's saying? What law is he working with? And are you guys aware of anything that says you cannot give us dollars over the counter anymore?
Thank you very much, Bernard. Apologies for the noise. I'm at an event, outside event, so forgive me if you get some feedback.
Okay.
But the point is this. I want to be very clear and unequivocal on this particular matter. As banks, we have not received any directive from Bank of Ghana that bars the withdrawal of foreign currency over the counter. As we have been operating in the past, as it is today, so it will be tomorrow until any such directive is formally issued that counteracts the mode of operation of foreign currency accounts in Ghana. We are guided by Act 723 of 2006. It is possible that it may be going under some review, but that is the guiding act, as has been updated with notices and directives from the Bank of Ghana. None of those directives stipulate disbarment or barment or discontinuation of over-the-counter foreign currency withdrawal. There is a process. Obviously, you cannot just walk to a bank and say, I want to withdraw dollars. You will be asked questions. If you have a legitimate need for which reason you need foreign currency account, you will get your foreign currency account. It is yours. If you have to purchase from the bank to undertake a legitimate, a lawful transaction denominated in foreign currency, you will be able to do so. So let us not confuse the issue. There is no confusion about it at all. We do not, as banks, take instructions or directives from individual directors of the Bank of Ghana. We don't. Bank of Ghana has an established mode of communicating with the banking community, and that is through or under the pen of the governor of Bank of Ghana or someone that he has so designated to do. And that is how we take instructions. And as I speak, and from all the sources that I've checked, even at Bank of Ghana, there is no such notice, no such directive that has been issued. In my view, I think the honorable board member misspoke. And it will be good for him to maybe come back and clarify what he exactly meant. Nothing has changed, and customers should not panic. They should go about their normal business. We are having a very stable currency. We do not need these kind of uncertainties shrouding around our currency to create confusion that cause people to want to go to a bank and withdraw money and keep under their bed. Right. Nobody should make any such steps because there's no such directive.
Thank you for that. Before you go, though, before the board member spoke, I had a few people call me last week saying that they had wanted to withdraw either euro or USD over the counter from their own foreign exchange account or their own dollar or euro account, and their bank was reluctant to do that or to give them that amount. The bank was insisting that they will give them the Citi equivalent. So I just want to understand the status quo that exists. Are there any restrictions on people withdrawing foreign currency from their own foreign currency accounts over the counter? Any restrictions at all?
Yes, there are. You know, we have, I don't want to confuse the matter because it can get a bit complicated. We have two types of foreign accounts. We have the foreign exchange account and we have the foreign currency account. So just to clarify, the foreign exchange account, for want of a better word, is like a local dollar account. You work in Ghana, you are paid in dollars, you can put in your foreign FEA account, what we call FEA. You can put in your FEA account and you can spend it locally or offshore if you have the right documentation to support the transaction. And then we have FCA, which is the foreign currency account, which is an account that proceeds from export earnings abroad or transactions executed abroad are put into. It also has its own guiding principles on how you operate such transactions, on how you can move funds because it is offshore. Technically, the money technically is not sitting in Ghana. Obviously, there are requirements for withdrawing money over the counter. The key point is not whether it is your money or is not your money. The key point is whether you have a legitimate cause. Do you have a reason why you want to withdraw dollar instead of your base currency, which is your Ghana Cedi? If tomorrow, Bernard, you are traveling to Cote d'Ivoire and you have a CFA account at the bank and you have your ticket, you have every travel documentation and you want to make a withdrawal from your CFA account to enable you go to Cote d'Ivoire, your bank will give you the money to go to Cote d'Ivoire within the limits that have been established. And it's clear. And I would like people to go to the Act 206-723. It clearly states exactly how these transactions are to be executed. And also, if you go to the Bank of Ghana website or the site of the Ghana Association of Banks, we have directives there, some of which have modified some of the requirements within the Act. And those are the requirements that we are using. Nothing has changed.
Fair enough.
But you need a legitimate cause to make dollar withdrawals.
And I thank you for clarifying the difference between a foreign exchange account and a foreign currency account. So typically, the foreign currency account is for people who are more exporters, who, from what you're saying, may have sold a good abroad and then receive the proceeds into the foreign currency account. But a foreign exchange account could be maybe I'm working for maybe World Bank and I live in Ghana and I'm paid in US dollars. Then this is my income coming into my foreign exchange account. Is that the clarification you sought to make?
Yes. So just to make it simple, the FEA is the local dollar transactions you have done here. You have earned dollar in Ghana. You put in your FEA account, a foreign exchange account. The FCA, the foreign currency account, you've done, like you said, you've done a transaction. Maybe you have consulted some media transaction to Deutsche Welle or CNN. CNN has paid you USD. From even that, if you are not in the ordinary course and you did the job working in Ghana, it is seen as a local dollar. You've done a transaction which originates and truncates offshore. Then you put it within your foreign currency or what you call the FCA account. But Bernard, these can be a little bit confusing. And I would like to clearly state the matter which is on the table at the moment, whether there is a directive that people cannot make withdrawals over the counter in foreign currency. And I want to be emphatic that it is a big no. That you can.
So long as so they can't. So long as there is a cause.
That's a cause. You have a legitimate reason for the withdrawal. You are traveling to the UK. You need pounds, and you want your bank to facilitate within the limits that have been established by Bank of Ghana. You have your ticket. You have your visa. You will get your pounds.
So I think that is clear. So if there is any new position, it be also on the central bank to communicate it. So failing that, the status quo remains.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
And then, since you are wrapping up, let me just say this. I'm sure the central bank will also be guided. You know, the more restrictions you bring, the more you increase the propensity for people to be taking it off the mainstream. So that is the more reason why there's a little bit of flexibility around the use of foreign currency. So people do not change dollars from a bank or from over in the market and go and keeping their safe at home or under their bed. We want to mainstream every financial transaction within the banking system, and therefore the laws that we have guiding that, in my view, works very well for the country.
Thank you very much for that. So that was John Ewa, and we've gotten more insight into this. So there's a foreign exchange account and the foreign currency account. And the clarification is that, or at least the position from the bankers is that the status quo has, so there's no new, so I think that needs to put it this way, there's no new directive. What it is that I think the way the interview went, it appears as though the Adongo is saying that there's no way you can be giving dollars over the counter.
No, I don't.
But no, because the guy asked him, so if I want to go and take dollars in my account tomorrow, will I be given? I'm going to say, if you go tomorrow, you go and see. But you see, the point is whether you are going to use the money here or use it abroad. Now, from the way John has explained it, if I have a foreign exchange account and I need money to travel, I will be given the dollars to travel. Yes. But I think when the journalist asked the question, he didn't clarify that I need the money to travel. He just says, I want to go and take my dollars, which belongs to me. And the one says, no, there are restrictions to that. And those restrictions are not new. Do you see where I'm coming from? So I think the confusion arises from the way the conversation went, which is why he's saying that there's no new directive. The law is clear. If you want dollars to take abroad, you can go for it to a limit of a certain amount physically. But you cannot be giving dollars to go and spend in Ghana, because we don't spend dollars in Ghana. Exactly, which is clear. So what I'm saying that Adongo was probably making that point, but the nature of the conversation did not bring it out. And a lot of people have shared a voice clip with me, because when I was on air yesterday, a number of people cut this clip and sent it to me and said, this is a bit different from what the guy on the studio is saying. So I think it's fair for the BOG, for the avoidance of doubt, to restate the position. Now that a doubt could have been created in the minds of the public about what the status is. Do you follow my logic?
Yeah, I think it will be useful to play back the interview just so we can take it apart on the basis of that. And just to make the point,
I actually think it would be more useful for you to restate the law position. You know why? Because I think that the interview brought the confusion. So if you want to clarify the confusion, I should rather come to. Do you see where I'm coming from? The nature of the interview did not, for example, even differentiate between FCA and FEA. And of course, there's a segment we are playing. And also, the gentleman did not state where the money will be spent, which is why I'm saying that it is more useful for us to state the position of the law and the status of the BOG directive as exists.
You see, Bernard,
once you replay the interview, you're going to create more confusion.
No, you see, so that we are not fair to the Honorable Adongo.
Okay.
Because my view is that he has stated the position of the law. The only nuance he did not provide is that in cases where you are using the money outside of the jurisdiction, you can take what is allowed within the limits of the law.
When you have evidence to show.
But you see, you can infer from Evans's question that maybe these are ordinary day-to-day, go to the bank, withdraw dollar, which he is saying that
which is why you are right.
You are not entitled to that, because you are attempting to spend the dollar locally
Even though Evans did not say that explicitly.
Yeah, you can infer that from the way he asked the question. And
yeah, but you see, the last point though is that you see, this is the other challenge. Adongo says you can't do that now.
Yes.
You see, when you say you can't do that now, it suggests there's a new situation. If he had said you are not allowed to do that ever, because that is what the position of the law is
to enforce the position.
But you see, it was presented as though we've been practicing some illegality, but now we are not going to allow you to practice that illegality again. That's the way I got it.
Yeah, but the truth is that people have been doing that.
Okay, then there's no confusion. So let's get ready. So I think what Ivan said is actually things people do.
Yes.
And Adongo is saying that the law doesn't allow you to do it.
Yes.
It's not a new law.
Yes.
But you are not supposed to do that unless you are traveling.
Exactly. So when you check the story, for example, just very quickly, it says that the BOG board member Isaac Adongo has announced plans to intensify restrictions on over-the-counter US dollar withdrawals from financial institutions as part of efforts to curb Citi depreciation. So it's an effort that is already there. The restriction is already there, but they are announcing plans to intensify the restrictions.
Which is why,
so that if you needed,
but that's a problem, because you see, according to the bankers, you don't announce plans in an interview because the banks are formal institutions. So if you want to announce something, there are a number of fora. In fact, the governor, when he's even doing the MPC things, he will give a hint or explain a policy. But Sandra Thompson will send a statement because the banks need it. Because you see, when somebody is at the counter working, they don't listen to the radio in the morning.
True.
So they need to put the thing in front of them. So usually Sandra Thompson, who is the head of whatever, he will issue a statement. So I think we've learned a lot of lessons here. There has to be, I think the Bank of Ghana needs to send a statement to reiterate the original position.
Let's just listen to the interview again.
It will not help us.
I think it will be useful. Because my view is, look, Ghana, we have been breaking the law almost all the time. The law is that if you are withdrawing foreign currency for purposes of expending here, the law says no. That is why you cannot go and say that you want to buy, a car price in US dollars here, and then you go to say your
the only way your bank, you are saying that the law, and I'm not to read the law, you are saying the only way your bank can give you US dollars is if you show proof that you are traveling abroad, which is what EY is also saying. Okay, so let me give you an example. So if I want to give Caleb $500, I can't do that.
That is the illegality.
So that's illegal.
Yes.
Fair enough. If I want to pay for, so somebody has done an advert on TV. They are selling a one studio apartment at Chado for $20,000 or $50,000.
Yeah.
I can't pay him
in dollars. No,
I can't do that.
That's an unlawful transaction.
So the only way I can get access to physical dollars from my bank is if I prove that I'm traveling abroad.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to a jurisdiction where cedis is not spent.
Or you are carrying out a transaction involving a foreign partner who is in the US.
Where they don't spend.
Exactly. Maybe you want to import your car. You are buying it from Sky & Co. Limited, incorporated in New York. And I'm the person who is going to buy the car for you and ship it to Ghana. In that case, you are spending the money outside the shores of Ghana in a jurisdiction where US dollar is spent. Or where maybe, for instance, you are spending it in China. In China, they are willing to receive the said amount, whatever. The point that has to be made is that when you are stating the position has got to be that where you are going to use the money locally. No.
So
I also have a question. Why can't I give Caleb dollars? Like, why?
Because the law says
so.
So.
The law says, but why? What's the sense behind I can't give Caleb
I think
dollars?
I can explain that.
Okay, explain it to me.
I think that, you see, one of the biggest problems, find his phone number from this chat. One of the biggest problems in our country is the volatility of our currency. And our currency is volatile for two reasons. There's too much demand for it and too little supply of it. So there's artificial demand for dollars for illegitimate things that makes the dollar more expensive. If you are paying school fees abroad,
yes,
it's a legitimate demand for dollars. The bank system can trace it. If you want to give Caleb $500, it's illegitimate use because we've spent cedis in Ghana. So if we allow all people like you who want to give Caleb $500 to be accessing dollars and giving to him, there are two problems there. There's too much dollars in circulation, which raises. Do you understand? The law is clear. If you want to spend money, spend Ghana cedis. It's another country's currency. So you would demand, because the limited amount of dollars you have, the BOG doesn't create dollars. So somebody needs dollars to import oil. He will not get it, but you are using it to give to Caleb. So they don't want that type of situation, which is why the law says no. So even though it's your own USD account, the legitimate use of your USD account is to say, I'm traveling to the US and I need some dollars on me. I have an air ticket. This is where I'm going. So collect your dollars. Do you understand that? So there's no problem there, which is why Iwua said, if you can prove legitimate use. Now, if Caleb is selling land for me at Adam Robe, and he claims that land is $5,000, I can't go to the bank and collect $5,000 and go give to Caleb that I'm paying for Adam Robe land.
Him the CD equivalent.
I can collect the CD equivalent and pay him.
Yes.
I also think if Caleb has, this is my confusion though.
But he's also not surprised.
Hold on.
Entitled to
Let me ask you a
pricing
question.
the goods
If Caleb
or
has
services in US dollars.
If Caleb, okay, so let's assume somebody has a USD account.
Yes.
And I have a USD account. Can I transfer that to his account?
So that's where the pricing comes in. The law says you cannot price in US dollars within the jurisdiction.
Oh, so all those real estate companies who are selling houses,
yes,
is CD equivalent, you have to pay them.
Exactly. So even quoting the prices in US dollars is unlawful.
Who is supposed to enforce that?
The Bank of Ghana.
Why have they not enforced it?
Well, I don't know.
Because a lot of government agencies transact.
You know what? You know what? I'm glad Sky said that, because
you see that is why.
No, these companies are allowed to put their billboard there. I'm selling a paving for $500,000. This, that. Everything's in dollars.
Yes.
But me, I want to give my friend $500. I'm a bad person. You won't allow me. Go and crack down on those things. Because that's worse. Because on a billboard there for everyone to see. If me, I go and give Caleb $500, who will see? In fact, that's why they're saying Sammy Jenfi was in his car counting and we're not supposed to be in his car. We also, but you get what I'm saying.
So if the BOD will not deal with the bigger infraction of, because Sky, the fact that you are allowing adverts on national television priced in dollars,
billboards that everyone sees, everybody,
because then you go and say that somebody needs $100.
Let's choose our words carefully. The BOG is not allowing. Okay. Right? They have consistently issued notices to that effect that you are not supposed to do it.
Okay.
But it is not their job to come and arrest Bernard Avenue.
But can they not write to the appropriate regulatory body to tell them that because people are using dollars too much, we want to urge you to disallow adverts which price in dollars?
Well,
would that be an overreach?
No, that will not be an overreach. But by putting these statements and directives into the public domain, these institutions are supposed to be on notice.
Okay.
So the National Media Commission, for instance, do they have enough power to deal with problems like that?
I get you.
The Advertisers Association, is it advertisers?
Yes,
yeah, that's right. What have they done about the situation?
Okay.
Of course, the real estate companies themselves and the people who regulate that space, what have they done about? Have they prosecuted people for infringements like that? It would seem that we have not done any so much about that space. You understand?
Right.
So that is.
Let me speak to another person. Jonathan Amable is a lawyer, corporate law. Jonathan, I hope you listened to my interview with John Ewua, who tried to bring clarity to the position and basically did not think that Mr. Adongo should have said what he said. I don't know if you listened to the interview, Jonathan. Did you?
Yes, I did.
You did. So, yes. And from my understanding of what he's saying, there's no restriction. Okay, there are restrictions on withdrawing money from your dollar account, but that restriction is only insofar as you want to spend the money in Ghana. But if you show cause that you have plans of travel and you want foreign currency, your bank should be able to give it to you over the counter. This is my understanding of what he said. Am I interpreting what he said correctly?
Yes, you are interpreting, but there's further nuance. So maybe let me just provide a legal context, and then I think it will explain a number of the issues, right? So we are right to say that the starting position is the Foreign Exchange Act of 2006. Now, in that act, the business of dealing in foreign exchange is a regulated business. So you need a license from the Bank of Ghana to do that. And you normally do that through authorized dealer banks. And so when you look at the regulatory regime for banks, you see that it's part of their permitted business. But even they, because of the Foreign Exchange Act, need a license from the Bank of Ghana to start actually dealing in the foreign exchange. So the first nuance that I want to clarify, which is something that Sky had been speaking to in the studios, the restrictions that apply to the ability to pay in dollars is not just at the bank level. So what I want to say is that entities operating in Ghana can actually obtain FX dealing licenses, which is what the Bank of Ghana calls them, FX dealing licenses from the Bank of Ghana to price in dollars, advertise in dollars, receive and make payments in dollars. So the limitation is not just about if you are traveling and then you come and provide documentation that you want to travel, then you can withdraw the money. You can withdraw money to make payments to people who have the authorized dealing licenses from the Bank of Ghana. So when you look at Section 3, the licensing requirement is there, and the Bank of Ghana issues these licenses to certain institutions. So some of these people that you are criticizing in terms of the adverts and things that you are talking about, it may very well be that they are certain, some of these institutions have the licenses. And in our work, we have engaged with the Bank of Ghana and obtained some of these licenses for these institutions. So that's the first level.
Still on the first level. So if I want to do a transaction with a licensed institution, I need to prove to the bank that the withdrawal I'm making or the transaction I want to do is with a licensed institution, and this is the institution's license, for which reason I'm withdrawing the money to pay them. Correct?
That's correct, because in that circumstance, they can be authorized to receive the payment in foreign currency based on their license.
Good. Let's go to level 2.
It's the same as the bank. The bank is also licensed, and that's the reason why if you have foreign currency, you can put it into the bank account.
Fair enough. So now let's go to level 2. You are saying there's a second level.
Yes. So now the Bank of Ghana has power by notice to make several kinds of inroads into the statutory regime. So if you look at Section 17, Sections 18, all the way to Sections 20, it tells you how the Bank of Ghana may issue notices to prescribe information, to impose restrictions, to provide further details, right? So now, shortly after the Act was passed in 2006, the Bank of Ghana issued what they called operational guidelines in 2007. Now, it is the operational guidelines that clarified what is the rules of play when it comes to establishing foreign exchange accounts, when it comes to establishing foreign currency accounts, how you can make transfers from these accounts and things like that. So maybe provisions in that element of foreign exchange accounts. It says interest-bearing foreign exchange accounts may be opened by Ghana residents with any authorized dealer bank in Ghana. Residents and non-residents are permitted to maintain foreign exchange accounts. These accounts may be credited with foreign exchange which is not converted into cedis, and foreign exchange arising from the retention of accounts of exporters of non-traditional goods, interest earnings, commissions, remittances, and other foreign exchange earnings which are not subject to surrender requirements may be used to operate and open foreign exchange accounts. So as John was saying, foreign exchange accounts are really what we use here for our local dollar transactions. Now, there is no limit on the withdrawals of foreign exchange accounts. In 2014, when we had the currency volatility, the Bank of Ghana issued a number of notices. So they first issued a notice in about February or so, and in that notice, they then placed a $1,000 restriction on over-the-counter withdrawals of foreign exchange. So that was introduced in February 2014 by a notice issued by the Bank of Ghana. By August, when all these fluctuations had tapered out and there was some relative stability, the Bank of Ghana issued another notice, which is a notice dated August 8, 2014. And in that notice, these are some of the things they said. The limit of $1,000 on over-the-counter foreign exchange cash withdrawal is removed. Exporters shall continue to repatriate in full export proceeds in accordance with the terms agreed between the trading parties. Such proceeds to their foreign exchange accounts and converted on a need basis. So again, to clarify in relation to exports, if you are in Ghana, you are exporting those proceeds because they are deemed as generated in Ghana because you had some activity here, you exported goods from Ghana outside and you were paid, those payments would be credited to your foreign exchange account and they be converted on a need basis. Foreign exchange accounts and foreign currency accounts will continue to be opened and operated as they were before the notices of February 4, 2014. Okay, so again, as I was explaining earlier, before 2014, where that $1,000 restriction was imposed, there was no such limit. And so they've withdrawn that limit and they said you can continue to operate these accounts according to how it was before the notices of February 2014. Then they said the last one, except for transfers from foreign exchange accounts to foreign currency accounts, which are still prohibited. All transfers between accounts are permitted. So I heard you talking about something about, making transfers from one account to the other and things like that. All those are permitted. So you can make payments and transfers from a foreign exchange account to another foreign exchange account. The limitation is that you can't transfer money from a foreign exchange account to a foreign currency account based on the distinction and how Bank of Ghana wants to track how the various accounts are funded, because foreign currency accounts really, as John said, the funds are basically offshore. And then they went on to state, for the avoidance of doubt, foreign currency accounts shall only be fed with unrequited transfers, such as transfers from abroad for investment or embassy transfers, and foreign exchange accounts generated from activities in Ghana, such as proceeds from the export of goods and services. So if you have foreign currency that is generated domestically, including even if your cousin or your brother comes, look, people are allowed to come to Ghana with up to about $10,000, and if they come and your brother wants to give that to you, really that is not against the law. And if you have that, you can put that in your account and you declare the source subject to the anti-money laundering checks and things that the Bank of Ghana would do. And then the Bank of Ghana also permits banks to issue checkbooks on these accounts to the various holders. Now, the issue about legal tender, and I think that's the last point that I'll make, is really that when we're talking about legal tender, we are saying that is the recognized currency for settling public and private debts. That is the real meaning of legal tender. It's the recognized currency for settling public and private debts. So if I owe somebody, I want to pay, I'm paying in the legal tender. If I'm paying for goods and services, I am paying in the legal tender. The only exception is where Bank of Ghana has authorized you, so you have that relevant license to receive payments in foreign currency. Then you can receive it. But again, if I'm receiving a gift, it is not. If I'm receiving a gift in foreign currency, it really has nothing to do with legal tender. So we should separate that legal tender issue entirely from the matter of receiving gifts.
So to clarify this, so I know that these days when you want to put USD in your foreign exchange account, they would give you some form to fill and ask you to disclose the source of the fund. So if it is a gift, right, do you just write on the form it's a gift and then you pay it into your foreign exchange account? Is there a problem? Is that what you're telling me? That there's no, and then
yes, you can declare it as a gift, and if the bank wants to do enhanced due diligence on that, they can do that to see, okay, who is this, where you get it from, and it, I mean, in a documented society, we'll be able to see when you say, oh, I got it from this person who arrived. The banks really do have the ability to do these checks, and the Bank of Ghana itself does have the ability to do these checks where we can confirm and say, okay, yeah, this person arrived in some foreign currency. So it's a matter of really tracing the source of funds.
Good. Now, finally, the impression I got from the interview was that if I go to my foreign exchange account at a bank and I say I want to collect $1,000, it's my own account, it's a foreign exchange account, I do not state that I'm traveling. I just want to have $1,000 on me so that I can give a gift to Caleb Kuda. The impression I get from everything I've heard so far is that I should not be able to do that. But I feel like if my own foreign exchange account, I have put the dollars in my account, the dollars belong to me, I should be able to remove it to do what I want with it, so long as I'm not doing anything illegal. Can you help me understand? So can I do that? Because I think that was the question the journalist was trying to extract for which the MP said you cannot do that?
Yes. So if that amount was funded in dollars, you would be able to retrieve it. If funded in dollars, actually an actual deposit of dollars in cash, you will be able to withdraw that amount.
Which is, I get it. So which is why when you are depositing dollars in your foreign exchange account, they ask you to, you need to have the receipts of the dollars, so that there's some traceability. So you could have $10,000 in your account, of which maybe 6,000 of it was CDs you or transfers from somewhere, and 4,000 could be dollars you paid directly. So you're saying that you can receive up to the amount that you paid directly as dollars in the account, but the other 6,000, probably because it was you did not directly transfer dollars into your account, you cannot receive the 6K in dollars. Is that what you are saying to me?
Yes, that would be like an electronic, it's like an electronic transfer. So the bank does not have it, and so they will give it to you in the CD equivalent.
So I can withdraw the amount or up to the amount of the volume I've deposited from dollars into dollars. That's it.
Yes. I mean, if you go by the interpretations that are being given to the Foreign Exchange Act, it would mean that you, Bernard, as an individual standing there, you need to go and get a license from the Bank of Ghana, even to just hold dollars in Ghana. That is not the legal position.
Good. So I think that is useful. So for the avoidance of doubt, Susu was complaining that if he has a USD account and he wants to give me a gift, he's able to collect it. And you're saying so long as the USD account, the money that is there, he put it there himself as dollars,
yes,
you'll be able to withdraw it
in cash.
Yeah.
Yes, as dollars in cash. Yes, he will be able to withdraw it.
All right. So Sky wants to clarify a point.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. So the clarification has got to do with holding versus spending locally. Holding versus spending locally. So bring that distinction clearly, if you may.
So as in that the person who owns the account, yes, you are saying there's a restriction on spending it.
Yes, locally, using the money. So that is the legal tender position.
So wait, just to clear, you're saying that if I have $1,000 in my pocket,
yes,
there's no problem so long as I spend it.
That is why you.
But the bank doesn't decide what I do with my money. So once I can go and collect my money and I'm holding it, it's not a problem, right?
But Bernard, you see, it is about what you use the money for, right? That is why.
But is that the bank's determination? If I put $1,000 in the bank, and I go for my $1,000 back, why should they tell me what I should do with it?
Let's go back to the source of the question. The question was, can you go and collect that money and pay for an
air ticket? I go and collect the money
and go and pay for an air ticket that is priced in US dollars?
Let's not even come to the air ticket. If I have $1,000 in the bank account, can I go and withdraw it?
The question is, for what?
But it's my money. But I put it. Why is that? Okay, so Jonathan, does the forward question arise here?
Yeah. So I mean that brings us back to fundamental relationship of a bank and a customer. It's a relationship of debt. I put money. You owe me that amount that I put in, and these are call accounts. I can call at the bank at any time to withdraw the amount that I put in that account. So the question of spending and the legality of that is the legal tender issue that will apply at the level of.
Jonathan, Jonathan, there's a break in the line. I suspect you are moving somewhere. If you can just reposition yourself, it will really help us. I want you to explain the issue of the question of spending. Yes, go ahead. Go through it again.
Yes, so I'm saying that the issue of if you heard from the time I was talking about the relationship between a bank and its customer, it's a relationship of debt. So I put money in the bank. A debt relationship has been created where these are call accounts. So anytime I call at the bank, I should be able to get that money to redeem the debt that is owed me by the bank. As to the of what I'm going to use the money for, as the owner of the account, that is a question that applies only at the level after you have got the money and you are facing the, what do you call it? You are facing the person who is maybe doing business in foreign currency. So it doesn't apply at the level of the bank unless you are trying to purchase money, you are trying to purchase dollars from the bank. then the bank can at that point ask whether the person that you're going to purchase the dollars from to do a transaction with is authorized to do that. But if you are not purchasing dollars from the bank, you have dollars with the bank that you are going for. That question does not arise, Bernard, as you were saying, because the legal tender issue is really that, okay, I'm going to pay school fees at a school that has been authorized by the Bank of Ghana to charge in dollars. After I've got my money, if I go and pay school fees at a school that has not been authorized to charge in dollars, that school at that point is the one that is breaching the law, and it's the Bank of Ghana who will do their research and find out that school that is flouting the law and clamp that activity. But it does not apply to you withdrawing dollars that you have and that you've put in the bank and that you are taking in. And I think that is the caution that John wanted to sound, in the sense that we should be careful not to create a situation where there's a false alarm that will lead to people withdrawing their dollars from the banking system and hiding them under their mattresses. There are some checks and balances in that system through the traceability and knowing how the person came about to hold the funds and things like that. But in terms of your ability to take it and use it, you are able to take it and use it, especially where you have credited that account with dollars in cash.
Right.
And that is what applies in operations at the banks in Ghana.
Good. So I'm restating what I've heard for the avoidance of doubt. If I put money in a foreign exchange account, it is my money. The bank is basically, the bank owes me. So if I'm going to collect the money I put there, they have no business asking me what I'm going to do with the money. If I need more money than I've put there, that means I'm buying dollars from the bank. Then they can ask me what am I buying the dollars to do. But if the amount I'm withdrawing is the amount I put there myself, I don't think they can ask me what I'm doing with the money, because it's my own money. So it is only
here, which is that the Bank of Ghana allows residents to transfer up to $10,000 per annum from their accounts to meet payment obligations abroad without documentation. It's only where you are crossing that 10,000 that you need documentation to support it.
Thank you for the clarification. So it is in the point of spending my own dollars withdrawn that the issue of whether the person I'm paying that money to is authorized to collect it arises. Correct. Yes. Good. So if I'm collecting my own money from the bank, so long as it's in the limit of what I've put there, the bank has no business saying they won't give it to me. But the person I'm paying it to ought to be somebody authorized to engage in a foreign exchange transaction. So is the bank cannot manage that whole process. But if I am looking to purchase FX from the bank, they have a responsibility to ask me what I'm going to do with the money and whether I'm going to use it for somebody who is authorized to receive it. But if it's my own USD at a certain level, I should be able to receive it.
That's
perfect.
Subject to availability at the treasury of the bank, of course.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll take a break. Thank you, Jonathan Amable. He's a private legal practitioner, and you are into the corporate legal space. Take a shortish break and read some comments. This is the City Breakfast Show. It's 9:18. You don't look happy.
No, you see, Bernard,
but I'm happy.
No, you see, let's not confuse the issue.
Nobody's confused.
You asked a specific question.
When
right?
was that?
That can you go and collect US dollars over the counter?
Yes.
To go and pay for a ticket being charged you in US dollars.
Mm-hmm. If
you understand?
The person selling the ticket is authorized.
Hold on.
If the person, see, we have more information. If he's saying that if the person selling whatever it is to me is authorized by the BOG to do that transaction.
That's what I read to you in the act.
Yes. So we have agreed.
No. You see, don't confuse that to mean that you have gone to collect your own money and you want to spend it. You want to smell it. The framing of the question was, you were collecting the money over the counter.
Yeah.
To go and pay for a ticket in US dollars.
Yes.
When the Citi is the legal tender.
No problem. And the clarification I've received is that whether it's a ticket or whatever, if an entity is authorized by the BOG to engage in that transaction,
as I read to you,
I can do that. So that's clear.
Yeah.
Now, but I'm saying that the additional knowledge I've gained here is that if I have money in a FX account and I am going to withdraw it, to the extent that the bank has FX, they can withdraw, they can give me that money.
Banking law 101.
I don't need to tell them what I'm going to do with the money. It is if I am buying dollars from them, that the question of usage occurs. Do you understand? Otherwise, nobody will open an foreign exchange account. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, I think there's clarity there. The point of legality, the onus is also on the person who claims to be selling something to me. He should be authorized by the BOG to do that, which you read, and I have no problem with that. But the problem Susu raised was, how can BOG, a bank say that I have $500 in my bank account, I cannot remove it because I have to prove that I'm going to buy a ticket? No, you don't have to prove anything. So long as you put that money there, and it's within,
and to me that's fair enough. That once I put this amount of fiscal dollars, I should be able to get it back. That one there.
Now the reason this whole confusion has arisen was that the impression we got from the Adongo interview was that even with your $500 in your foreign exchange account, you can't go and take it over the counter.
Bernard,
I'm saying that that if that is actually what he said, then that is not correct.
That's why I told you that you may be informing yourself by misinforming yourself with the position that you hold. Which is to say that what? The man said the thing within a certain context.
I see. In the interview.
In the course of the interview, Evans asked him. That's why I said that you should play back the interview.
Yeah, it's okay. I think that the matter has been clarified. I don't want to overstretch it because if
at the end of the day, what I want us to do is not to be unfair to Mr. Adongo.
No.
Because I'm saying that in the course of the interview, the impression was created that you can go any day, collect your money, and
so this is what I'll say.
And I'm saying that the legal tender position is very important.
This is what I'll say.
Because the question is, what are you using the money for?
So the BOG has a PR unit. They've listened to yesterday's interview, listened to this interview. If they believe that the position or my interpretation of the position is wrong, they will issue a statement to clarify. If they believe Mr. Adongo made an overreach, that's why they are there. That's why they are paid. Do you understand? So I can't do their work for them. But at least I have clarity here that there's an FX account and there's an FC account. The FX account, if you fund it with dollars, you can withdraw in dollars. Clear. If you want to purchase dollars from a bank, you need to show cause. Number two, if you draw your money legitimately from your foreign exchange account, anything you do with it must be legal. You can only spend it to an entity that is legally mandated by the law to engage in that transaction. I think that is fair. We have to push it to the next level. I don't want to make the whole day back, but I think it's clear enough. So thank you very much. I'll take a short break. When I come back, I will read a few comments and then I'll move to another issue.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Oh, right into the pond.
Of course, a pro indeed, Andy.
Another message? Oh, wait, not again.
Why, what's wrong?
We've exceeded our fuel budget by 15,000 Ghana cedis this month. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, that's crazy. Just for a few vehicles?
Exactly. We spend so much on fuel, but I don't even know where it's going.
I had the same problem until Instroma GPS saved me. Their fuel monitoring system stops fuel theft and wastage, saving me thousands, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it paid for itself in months. Plus, I get monthly reports that track every drop of fuel. Hey, I'm not gonna lose God. Take control of your fuel costs today. Get a free demo of Instroma's fuel monitoring system. Call 024-676-7662 now. Instroma GPS. Your choice, your savings.
At AgriFair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world. AgriFair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. Yes, AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. Come one, come all. Enjoy the freshest farm produce at unbeatable prices. And treat yourself to sizzling kebabs made from beef, mutton, pork, chicken, and more. Great taste, great value. Don't miss out. The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Exim Bank, Legacy Crop Improvement Center, and Development Bank Ghana.
Hi, Mom, it's me, Kwame.
Hey, Kwame. How are you?
Mom, I'm fine, oh.
Okay.
You know something?
No, tell me.
I'm looking for a complete furniture set for my new place.
Kwame, I've told you before, the only one place you should go, eh?
Yeah, Mom, but I need a mattress to fit my bed.
Ash foam.
I need a bed to fit my room.
Ash foam.
What about a sofa where go relax my body?
Ash foam.
Wardrobes to fit all my clothes?
Ash foam.
What about linens and pillows for sweet dreams?
Kwame. Ash foam.
Mommy, I feel you. Ash foam all the way.
From mattresses to beds, sofas, wardrobes, linens, pillows, and more. Don't waste time and visit any Ashfoam showroom across the country or call our hotline at 0243 200 729. Ashfoam. Feel it, know it.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Gone till November. To all you ladies out there crying all alone in your room. And all you fellas going down south, crying, and then my voice comes in, pow, in the middle of the night, and this is what I told her for you. Every time I make a run, girl, you turn around and cry. I ask myself why, why? See, you must understand, I can't work a 9 to 5. So I'll be gone till November. Said I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November. You tell my girl you I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November. You tell my girl you I'll be gone till November. January, February, March, April, May. I see you crying, but girl I can't stay. I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November. And give a kiss to my mother. When I come back, there'll be no need to clock. I have enough money to buy out blocks. Tell my brother go to school in September so he won't mess up in summer school in the summer. Tell my cousin Jerry wear his condom. If you don't wear condom, you see a red rum. Oh, 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 oh. You suffer MCs, you got no flow. I heard your style, you SOS. So every time I make a run, girl, you turn around and cry. I ask myself why, oh why? See, you must understand, I can't work a 9 to 5. So I'll be gone till November. Said I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November. You tell my girl you I'll be gone till November.
9:29, we try to bring light and not heat. It's not always easy, but hopefully the interviews we've done have brought a bit more light. And if we need more of it, I'm sure the BOG will do same. So let me urge my big brother Bernard Otabil, who's the Director of Communications at the Bank of Ghana, to take a close listen to the interview conducted yesterday and also some of the interviews I've done today. And if he believes that there needs to be more clarity, he can advise the communications team to put out that information so that there's no confusion. So we thank John Ewua and we also thank Jonathan Amable, of course, for adding to the knowledge around this matter. Let's talk to Ashesi University. Araba Botre is Executive Director of Admissions and Financial Aid at Ashesi. Araba, it's good to see you.
Same here, Bernard. It's been a while.
How are you?
Great.
Yeah, I came there and it was looking so different and beautiful. You've put up so many new structures. place is looking really, really, really nice. And I hear there are also some other new developments. So tell me about those new developments.
Right, Bernard, thanks. I guess before I go into the new developments, just a little bit of background, right? Okay. As people or listeners are aware, Ashesi has been founded on the belief that higher education is a catalyst for social change, right? And for 2 decades, we have our educational system has fostered ethical leadership, innovation, and critical thinking. In our 3rd decade, right, we made some commitments as an institution, and one of it is expansion of access to higher education. And we're carrying out this mandate in several ways. One is introducing new programs at both the undergraduate and graduate levels. The second one is expansion of infrastructural footprints on our campus, to which you just alluded, right? And then the third one, which we want to focus on today, is the dual intake system, which will allow more students access Ashesi's education. Right. With this system, Ashesi starting in September this year, we will be enrolling 2 cohorts for each academic year. One group of students will start in September. And then another group will start in January.
Wow. Why are you doing this? What advantage does it offer to parents and also to the school in doing this?
Basically, we're looking at the number of people who tend to apply to Ashesi are not able to get in. For example, last year, we had over 2,600 applications. And yet we could only take 400.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So with the introduction of the 2 intakes, prospective students and parents would like to know that they have a higher chance of being enrolled at Ashesi. Right.
That is actually amazing. And so are there deadlines? And how do the deadlines work? So if I'm doing September, what's the timeline for me? And if I'm doing January, what's the timeline by way of deadlines?
Right. So in terms of deadlines, I would like to talk about 2, application deadlines and graduation. Right. So typically we're looking at people applying who are looking to start in September. Their deadline is mid-August. We have around one which is June. They apply in June and we're processing as we go along. And then mid-August, because typically the A-level, IBs and others results get released by mid-August. So then we can process them for early September intake. The other group, which we hopefully will look more for this year, we'll be looking more at the WASI, because we have not reverted to normal. We're looking at a mid-December deadline, but both groups can start applying now. We'll do the processing, reviews, interviews and everything, and then wait for the final results.
Wow.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 windows. By the way, which courses and which levels? This is for undergrads, right?
This is strictly for undergraduate, and we have 9 programs currently.
9 programs?
Yes.
Can you walk me through them?
We do have the 4 engineering programs, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, computer engineering, and mechatronics,
so
which is the
4 under the engineering.
Under the engineering. We're hoping and still going through accreditation for bioengineering, which we're hoping to start soon. And then we do have the computer science, management information systems, business administration. We've started economics, and then in January this year we started law with public policy.
So you are moving gradually, but it's getting bigger all the time.
Yes.
So those are the programs. I know you also have a master's program you've begun.
We do have a master's program that has been running for 3 to 4 years, in collaboration with ETH Zurich in Switzerland, mechatronics engineering. And in this year, late August, early September, we're starting 2 new programs, an MBA program, Ashesi MBA, very exciting. Hopefully we get a chance to talk about it another time.
Wonderful.
And then intelligent computing systems under the computer science department.
So I'm sure there's financial aid as well, and there are other things around that. Parents concerned about accommodation, are there hostels? Let's talk a bit about some of the concerns parents raise when they want to apply, and what things you've put in place to make their entry into Ashesi seamless and less stressful.
I think since we started talking about the dual intake, one of the things that have come up is whether all students will have the same experience, right? And trust me, irrespective of their reporting time, either September or January, all students will experience the same high impact academic rigor that Ashesi is known for, and then the same campus experience. And to this end, various departments are tooling up to make sure no group is disadvantaged. Is very important to us. The students who are admitted will be members of the same class. We talk about class of 2029 based on the graduating year. So we're looking at a situation where those who come in September will graduate in the typical month of June. And those who start in January will graduate in August.
Oh, beautiful.
Which means both groups can start national service in September.
Amazing. So they start different times, but and even though they end different times, by the time the deadline for the next level comes, they are both ready.
They're both ready.
Amazing.
This is very important to us.
Now, listeners who want to get more information about the new 2 intake system or how to apply and how to access information, what should they do? Where should they go?
I'll say that they should go to our website, www.ashesi.edu.gh. But regardless of which intake they're applying for, they need to start the application now.
Okay.
Right? It's important that they start the process, and we have ample time. You know, Ashesi's process can be rigorous, which is good, because we will do interviews, getting to know them better, so we prepare to receive them and provide appropriate support. It's not just about the academics. It's that holistic education with student services, health, psychosocial support. So we need to do these interviews and have enough time to know which students are coming in and prepared to receive them and support them, not only to succeed, but to thrive. It's not enough just going through the system.
Wow.
We want them to have an excellent experience.
Wonderful. And I'm sure parents can also just drive to the campus of Ashesi and start talking to people. Just look at the place and get inspired.
Definitely. We do that every day. We get people coming in.
Yeah.
But it's important if they can send email to admissions at ashesi.edu.gh
to
initiate something, then we're prepared. There's student ambassadors who will give tours. There's staff willing to talk, faculty, just to engage with prospective parents.
So the email address is called admissions@ashesi.edu.gh.
Yes.
Wonderful. Is there a phone number to call?
There are a number of phone numbers that we have advertised on our website. So I will always direct people to the website.
It's very easy.
The number, about 5-6 numbers.
Phone numbers there. Wonderful. Araba, thank you. It's always good to see you, Executive Director of Admissions and Financial Aid. So she's admitting and also giving financial aid. 2,600 applicants, only 400 spaces. So you need to start early. And you can make the call now, or you can go online and send an email so that the process begins. Whether you are IG, or the A-level system, or WASI,
or any other. We recruit from across Africa.
So
we currently have over 30 countries represented.
So you are used to different things.
We're used to different things, and it's important.
From the French system, the German system,
we have
you always have your equivalent.
In fact, we now have Africans in the diaspora sending kids to us.
If you admit me, let me give it. Okay, if I go to Legon, if I go with some SHS, I go to level 100. In my time, when I go to Legon with A level, I go to level 200. Do you have any programs you do to put people on the same level?
Right.
How does it work? Or once you admit me, we are the same?
All those who come to Ashesi start from first year.
Correct.
Because we have a unique program.
So even if you did IB or whatever,
you start in the first year.
Correct.
I guess the advantage there has been over the years that some of them they hit the ground running because of the extensive program they've done. It also helps them to take advantage of extracurricular programs.
Correct.
Right. But they all start from first year.
There's no rush. All of you start from first year.
First year.
No differentiation.
But remember, we've also started receiving transfer students from other universities.
And you're able to find the equivalence.
We find, and then some of them, but you need to do a minimum of 3 years at Ashesi to get an Ashesi certificate.
It's better to come in at least before the second year.
Yes.
So that then you have at least 3 years to do.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Araba. Always good to see you. Thank you, friends from Ashesi. Time check is 9:40. And this is an account information update from Omni Basic Bank to all our customers. Kindly proceed to any of our branches or visit our website www.omnibasic.com.ga to update your account records with your Ghana card. For more information, call 0307 086 000 or 0800 100 790. Have a beautiful day. Omnibasic Bank, not just another bank. Buying an inferior mattress at a cheap price may seem like a good way to save money, but do not fall for the trap of putting your health at risk, because this can cause you a lifetime of discomfort and chronic pain. Latex Foam offers you unmatched quality and durability at competitive prices. The good news is we are giving you 10% off everything you buy from our showrooms from now till end of May. Come and get your favorite mattresses, sofas, wardrobes, coffee and center tables, chest drawers, and more. Hurry to get your 10% off of any item of your choice. Call 0302 231 155. Latex Foam, your partner for life. The Mobile Money Festival train, dubbed Momo Fest 2025, is here. Join us for a shopping and musical experience from your favorite vendors and artists from the 16th to the 17th of May at the Libya Cortez AstroTurf Medina. Come and experience cashless market with over 50 top-tier vendors in Accra, up to 20% discount on goods and services on sale, a chance to win up to 10,000 cedis in the Momo Keteke game show, education and awareness on Momo fraud, and amazing performance for Medical Joey B, Ponobium, EL, amongst others. All you need to do to be part of this amazing fanfare is the all-new Momo app. Yes, the Momo app. Download it, get a free pass to this event. Side attractions include DJs on rotation, board and TV games, kids zones, Momo giveaways, and so much more. Download the Momo app now and join the team at the Libya Cortez AstroTurf tomorrow the 16th, Saturday the 17th, and just Momo it everywhere you go. Upgrade your office space. Call the experts. Expert Office Furnish Company have ergonomic swivel chairs with intelligent seat cushion with dynamic bionic spine pressure relief design. And this dynamic smart motion back support technology is equipped with double wing support chips and has great benefits for your health and spine. We also have executive desk, cabinets, conference, and all office furniture that suits your budget. Locate us off the Atomic Hills Estate on the Asori Junction near ASI Plaza, or call 0571 386 600. You can also visit our website on expertofficefurnish.com. Expert Office Furnish, your health, your wealth. Take a short break. When we come back, there's more. Stay with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Hello, boss. I just drove out of your premises. I've called you several times. Boss, I beg.
I gave you an opportunity to present your proposal with your financial statements. You didn't. If we approve and request for an invoice, that will take you another month, eh? You couldn't even provide receipts from the last job. My brother, we have given the contract to someone else who promptly furnished us with what we needed. Get serious.
Yehoah.
Don't be caught in this mess ever again. Restart with Build. Build provides businesses with a comprehensive accounting software with features that make your bookkeeping, accounting, tax, and payroll functions seamless. Our support team is always available to assist and respond to all your inquiries. Log on to www.build.africa and sign up. Call 030-80-4007 or 0303-974-832 for more information. Build. Bookkeeping made simple. Results made extraordinary.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Wale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
fine. No standing loose, just make your move. Say, baby, please be mine. You're beautiful tonight. Have a drink.
9:48 on the Citi Breakfast Show. Something great is happening in the in the month of June. It's called the Agri Fair. Now, if you're a farmer with, in fact, I need to say this before I even go. If you're a farmer who wants to access markets, you need to call this phone number 0205 973 973 to register for a spot at the Agri Fair 2025. Now, what are we doing? We are bringing fish farmers, crop farmers, poultry farmers together for 3 days. And we are going to give them the chance to sell at a discount. So the purpose of this is not for you to come and sell at profit. It's for us to know what you have. Fruits, vegetables, poultry, livestock, fish, aquaculture, agro inputs, even processing machinery. 3 days, big market. Now, this event is to do a number of things. Give people who buy the chance to see farmers and producers directly, so that we can get items at a cheaper price, and also encourage people to enter agriculture. And we are trying to do that at the Agri Fair 2025. Now, sponsored by Ghana Exim Bank, Development Bank Ghana, and the Legacy Crop Improvement Center. I can already tell you that some very interesting farmers are coming. Tomorrow on the show, I'll tell you which farmers are coming, which groups are coming to sell, and what they'll be selling. So it's going to be very, very interesting indeed. I'm looking forward to those 3 days.
Super.
20th, 21st, and 22nd of June 2025.
Nice one. And if you're a business or an individual looking to cut energy costs and go green, don't miss the AGI Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency B2B Expo happening on Thursday, May 22, 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center. Come and connect with trusted renewable energy companies exploring financing options and get sustainable energy solutions tailored to your business. Admission is free. However, you need to register at www.agiesi.com/expo. It's an event that's brought to you by the Association of Ghana Industries, Energy Service Center in partnership with Swiss Contact, Energy Commission, Partner Africa Project on Vocational Training in Solar Energy, GIZ Pact for Skills, Soul Power, and Translight Solar. Media partner Citi FM, Channel 1 TV, Business, and Financial Times. Also, when you buy anything, it has to be the very best. Diamond 42.5 hour grade cement is the highest quality on the Ghanaian market. We've been putting smiles on the faces of homeowners, supporting numerous constructions with high quality brand rated green by the EPA. Now we have the affordable 32.5 hour grade cement. You deserve the very best, so make Diamond Cement your number one choice for all your building needs. Please deal with us directly and locate us nationwide. Our factories, however, are in Aplao, Takrady, and Buepe. Our number is 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978. Diamond Cement is still as hard as a diamond.
Today has been full of controversy.
So many messages.
I have a very
as well.
interesting message here, but I don't. If I read it, it will cause more confusion. But I'll read it. He said, Bernard, the gunman in me is wondering why people of the voter are upset that someone says people should take up holiday homes in their land, but I don't have a problem ransacking lands in the National Capital Region. I'll just leave it there like that. I'll just leave it there.
No,
I'll just leave it there.
See, but I think we need to comment on these matters. Because first of all, because we do know what genuinely, and I feel for many Ghana communities, what many are going through. The fact that people from outside have taken over their lands, in many cases unjustifiably, in some cases driven, in some cases by maybe the greed of family members who are only purposed to sell the property because there's so much money involved that they can make. When people move in their numbers to specific places, they distort the culture, the ecology, so many things get distorted. You understand? The same way when holiday homes start showing up in a particular place, affordability of land in those places become a problem. You understand? I do not think that the people of the Volta region want people to invade their spaces and buy their lands just for purposes of building holiday homes, when in fact that has the potential to actually undermine what a Dekakwi you in Agbozuma can go and say, oh, Togbi Adama Madakuku Mangiana Niba Viadamako Nane, and then Togbi Adama will parcel a nice one lawfully for you. That, oh, you go and build so that you, when you come home, you and your family will live there. It is okay when once a while, people.
So let me ask you a question. When people found that oil was coming to Takrady, and then speculative started purchasing land, not for holiday homes, but because they felt business was going to come. So they went to buy, because you are saying we should promote business and not holiday homes.
Yes.
Go and ask the people of Takrady whether 10 years later or 12 years later, 15 years later, since the so-called oil boom and people to go and invest in Takrady, has it helped them or not?
No, so you see, when you read the reports, literature will tell you that those people have been negatively impacted.
I'm bringing it up because you said that, the superior argument is for people to want to invest in business. And I'm saying that for whatever, this is my point, whether it's for holiday home or for business or for leisure park, there's no invitation should be without restriction. Every purpose of purchasing land for development, for your own home or whatever, there will be losers and winners. So I prefer to say that whatever he's asking people to do, the Volta regional people who manage the land must always be minded that it does not distort the market. Because somebody can say, I'm going to even build a factory in the Volta region and I'm going to employ people and can also take people's livelihoods if not well managed. So I don't think the problem is about holiday homes. The problem should be about whatever people do
must be sustainably done.
That's the all. I think that when we say that, we are all happy. But for me, the way they were picking on him for highlighting one kind of investment is my issue, because every investment in a region, there will be consequences. People coming from McCarthy Hill, there's a cement factory. The cement factory is employing people, but they say the cement factory is too close to the salt. They should move it.
Yeah, because...
But the people are also saying our children are working there. Somebody wants to do land, a song or salt. Some of the community people say they won't agree. He's also bringing business there. All right. So are you saying that doing if the person has said, oh, come to the Volta region and come and invest in business, that one there is okay.
Yeah, because Bernard,
now, but holiday home there is not okay.
Yeah, holiday home, so that people come and so that the locals do what you deprive them of their land. Because Bernard, many Ghana children today are sleeping out because someone in the family decided, I'll ask for this family land, let me sell it.
I hear you.
And then he sold it and is happy living the way he's living. And we see that even in our own homes, back home, right? There are people selling heritage, family heritage, selling them off. And the people in parts of the Volta region are sleeping out.
So that problem is caused by irresponsible landowners who don't have nuance.
And you see, the irresponsibility is not small. It is endemic in many parts of the country. And I'm saying that we should not use the allure, the idea that, people should come and build holiday homes. Because a lot of people are hungry. And the moment they see big money, they have no future plans for anybody. All they want is to collect the money.
Okay, so you are sounding a caution.
So what I'm asking for is
sustainable development.
You are sounding a caution and asking for sustainable development.
Yes, we need jobs. We are carpenters. We need factories that will come and invest heavily in.
But when they build the house, don't they use masons?
Yeah,
don't they use carpenters?
But
don't they get work?
And they
or they only get carpentry work when they are building companies.
And at the end of the day,
if I build a holiday home, won't I employ?
Won't
I employ a gardener?
Let me give you a typical.
Won't I employ painters?
Let me give you a typical.
That one is not work.
You know, some of the finest beaches you find in the whole of the Volta region, you find them along the Aflau to Keta areas, right? Now go on the map and look closely at the strip of land we're talking about. Imagine holiday home, builders. People with so much millions of dollars to spend go and price all the local families out of these spaces. The local family people who live there, they depend on the sea. They depend on the lagoon. That is how they have survived all these years.
If somebody comes to build a hotel at that place,
hotel is great because what it does is that it is an investment that brings all things together. But you see, holiday home, he goes there once a while. What does he do there?
No problem.
Right?
I'll offer a dissenting view to what Sky is saying. I think even selling someone a holiday home there, you're cheating them. Because we are talking about global warming, rising sea levels. In 20 years, what's the guarantee that the land is even going to be there?
The other thing is that the Volta region is not just
What we should be thinking
this is what I would say.
Is to build sea defense walls.
This is what I would say. This is what I would say. The part of Volta that Sky comes from, they don't like, but me, I like. So we end it here. So the part of the region that you are from, you say you don't like holiday home. Me, where I'm from, we need it. So you can come. That's all. Hey, today be today. Oh my God. Watch out for Citi Prime News, because I'm sure if there's any more information on the currency thing, I'm sure it will be read there. So we will be staying alert for that. Caleb, thank you. A friend of mine is selling. Some people I know are selling chicken at a very good price.
Okay.
But they say
I hope it's not in dollars.
No, they say I should announce it tomorrow. No, it's in Citi. So tomorrow morning, I will tell you where you can get very good chicken.
Nice.
To buy.
Nice.
For your weekend light soup. Oh my God, where did I sleep yesterday? It's called Telemo.
fair bonies and the baba. Now, you walk on your leg. God, every day, the chocolate conte. Silver spoon, where I want it. One of the daddy, a tumpange. Onyego, Ochego. Hana go to my body, Yako, Yakoloko, Yakoliko. Abu Buehanya Fuako, no lit. Lumangana, Lumangana, Shaga Janepo, if I need you. Oh, Yamutakala, you. I follow the bottom of Shikolo. Telemo, Akashika, Eamu. I'm going to chat bottom of Andango. Telemo, oh, Yamuloma.
His name is Gasmila, and this is called Telemo. Thank you so much for listening. Coming up next is Citi News at 10 with a Jubi. Riafi Akinting. Take it up.
Good morning and welcome to Citi News at 10.